Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen. Well, this is Hilary Hurst. You may remember she was here in October. She did a fabulous class with 4 students in, and it was called, go on, I can never remember the full title.
The Gilded Rustic Cake, Wedding Cake.
The Gilded Rustic Wedding Cake, and if you can see behind, they're behind us, but I'll give you a close-up in a minute. But this is Hilary. She's a fabulous lady, and I would like you to pop over to her page and give her a like. And what's the name of the page, Hilary? She can't remember it. We had this last time. Just a little moment. We had this last time. Would you like to go with it again, Hilary?
I'll try again. Hilary Hurst, Cake Artist. You'll find me that way.
There you go. And if you can't find Hilary Hurst Cake Artist, just put Hilary Hurst. It will pop up on Facebook. Pop over there, give her a like. She's actually based up in the north. She's a fabulous cake artist. If you're having any weddings at any of those lovely hotels in the Lake District, make sure you check this lady out because she is amazing. So we had a class here in October, and Hilary made these. Look at these. How beautiful are these? So I'm going to bring this one over. So I think this is your original one, yes, isn't it? Yeah. So it's a bit wobbly because it's not all stuck together. So where do you want us to put this, Laura?
That's perfect.
Is that perfect?
I can see the whole cake there.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, and I forgot. We need to say hello to Laura and Maria. They're in the kitchen. I always forget. I'm that excited you're here. Forgot that they're here. Hi, girls.
Hi.
So, do you want to say anything, Laura, before we start?
Yeah, just hi to everyone that's watching, and thanks for joining us as usual. If you're new to our Facebook Lives, just say hi, introduce yourself. It's nice to hear that we've got newbies joining us, and we've got a great audience as usual, and all of our members are really helpful. So if you've got any questions that are relevant to this evening's live, just post it in the comments and we'll try and get round to you. If we do miss anything, we always go back the following day and just try and catch up with anything that we've missed. But in general, if you can't stay with us for the full live for whatever reason, you can find it pinned to the top of the Facebook page when we're finished, and it's also on YouTube as well. You'll see Maria hanging around the kitchen over Hilary's shoulder, and Maria films this footage for the brilliant 1-minute videos that get launched as well. So you'll have all seen them in the past of the previous lives that we've done. So it's all the really important bits squished into a 1-minute video, which are great. If you're interested in purchasing any of the products that we're using this evening, you'll see details pop up on the screen as Hilary uses them, and they can all be found at sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. So the most important thing is to enjoy the live. Hope you enjoy it. Give us some feedback, some likes and some thumbs up and some love hearts are all much appreciated. And like I say, if you've got any questions, we'll try and get through them for you.
She's good, isn't she?
I know, really good.
And you think you had a lot to say. How good is she? She says it worked perfect every week. She doesn't even have a script.
Just flowing.
Brilliant. It's fantastic. I can't say it. I can't get the words out. They're all over the place. So just before I do start out as well, I need to mention that Cake Decoration Sugarcraft magazine, I forgot that title right. I can never get it right after all this time. It's such a mouthful. So Hilary is in this month's Cake Decoration Sugarcraft magazine. So for those of you who have not subscribed, nip over there now and subscribe. You can go via our website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, pop into shop, drop down, and then you'll see the little section there. It does take you to their page direct, so it's not something you can add to the shopping basket. It's something that goes to their page. So it's a subscription. It's £5 for the subscription, and you get the next 5 magazines. So you definitely want to buy it, and all of you guys who've already signed up already, you'll be seeing Hilary in there this month with us as well. Yeah. Look at that, 2 of us are in there. So you'll see us in there. So she's done a fabulous tutorial in there. I'm not going to tell you about it because if you haven't seen it yet, I don't want to spoil it for you. So let's get back to what Hilary was doing. That dummy's not in the cake in the way there.
Only a tiny bit.
Right, okay. So I'm going to let Hilary talk you through this class. Well, not talk you through it, just tell you what she did on this class. But isn't it beautiful? Absolutely. So go on, Hilary, tell us.
Okay. So the ladies, first of all, they worked so hard. There was a lot to cram in over 2 days, but I think they've gone away just so excited with everything they did. They've learned so many different flowers. So we worked on a peony and how to dust it, just bringing it, to life. Roses, a different method that they've learned before. Rose buds, just helping fill the gaps. So you've got plenty of flowers. Leaves, again, dusting them, bringing them to life. Playing with different pastes and dust. Wiring petals and leaves, I think that can be tricky sometimes, so that's something else that they worked on. Going on to the next year, it was all about colour and hand painting. I think that's really what attracted
This
our
looks
students.
lovely, this ombre
It
effect,
is.
isn't it? Absolutely
Yeah.
stunning.
And I just let them get on with it.
And do you know what I like about this cake? And I don't know whether you two, but I think you're going to say exactly the same. The dark colours, but the pink just makes it pop, doesn't it? I mean, that peony there just like, makes it pop. And then if you look at the roses there, I'll just turn it round. Don't want it to wobble. So the paste for the roses was a Squire's paste, and it was the, I can never say the word, off you go, Laura.
It's the cyclamen, it's also called ruby.
Ruby.
Yes, it's called Ruby. But just to let you know that to enhance it a little bit, you added Ruby Pro Gel, didn't you? Just to give it a bit more of a bit of oomph.
On my cake here, actually, I've even used burgundy, Pro Gel burgundy, so you can see the two different shades. But for the class, we just worked on the ruby.
I was just looking at that. I was thinking, is that the light? So you
Yeah,
can see
no,
there's two
no,
different
it's
colours.
Definitely,
Yeah.
Zoom
And
in
again,
on
it
that.
just ties in. And then they worked on gold leaf, something that they were really frightened to use before the class, but they've gone away feeling really confident because it's not a cheap product to use if you get it wrong, but now they've seen how to use it, they're really happy.
And before you ask, we don't sell gold leaf, and I don't think we're going to sell gold leaf. I've got to be honest, it's a very expensive product, and those people who understand gold leaf and understand how it works will know why I'm not going to sell it, because, and we had this conversation, haven't we? It's very sticky and floaty and stuff like that, and people who are new, and I remember the very first time I used it, it was all over my fingers, it was everywhere, that I don't want people coming back making a claim for a sheet of gold leaf at £20 odd, £30 a sheet, whatever it is. And I just thought, you know what, go and buy it off Amazon, go and off eBay or wherever you want to buy it, but I won't be selling it. I just don't need that drama in my life.
No, it's tricky to work with.
It
really.
is tricky,
And then going on to the third tier, they absolutely loved working on that tier because it's got all these different textures going on, and then again just bringing it to life, working with Lustre, gold Lustre.
Now that's the thing, you haven't used gold leaf on this, you've used the Faye Cahill gold, haven't you, which is brilliant.
Yes, and it's a really nice gold. I think it was a royal gold that I used there. And so you can see how similar that shade is to the actual gold leaf. So you can't really tell that this is gold leaf.
Because I've got to be honest, I did think it was gold leaf till I saw you. I did think it was when I saw this cake, and then when I saw it in class, I realised, I thought, oh, fantastic.
So just working with so many different mediums, I think they've gone away feeling really confident.
Absolutely.
So isn't it beautiful? What do you think, guys?
Honestly, the comments are fantastic. Amazing, beautiful, well done, wow. I think we will be discussing some more dates for Hilary to come back and do classes. There's no classes on the website yet for next year. But we are sorting dates out, and they'll be published as soon as we've got confirmation. I have spoke to everybody who's doing classes for next year, but at the moment they're just trying to get Cake International, well, they've got Cake International out of the way now, so it was all about getting Cake International out of the way, and they've said they'll come back to me after that. So I am expecting by the end of November to have all the classes in place of who's doing what for next year in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen, and hopefully we're going to have a cake artist in every month. So one weekend every month there will be a cake artist in, which is what we want. So I do know that Molly Robbins is going to come into the kitchen and she's doing classes. Natalie Porter will be back. Zoe Fancy Cakes will be back, and we'll have Hilary here. Georgie Godbold will be back as well. So there's a great team of ladies that are going to be here doing classes in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen, and I'm hoping by the end of November I'll have everything in place, and then I can get them all on the list for December so that all your family can buy them for Christmas presents. Yeah, I was just about to say, because I've had a couple of enquiries of people saying, you know, I would like to purchase one for a Christmas present. The other thing that you can actually do is buy a gift voucher off our website. So they're available all year round in different denominations, and you can always buy them in advance if you want to contribute to a class instead of purchasing a class outright, for example.
I couldn't even get that word out. Say it again.
Denomination.
She knew which word it was. How did you know which word I was talking about there?
Come on. I'm with you 2 years now.
I would still be in different dominoes.
And again, there's a quick question about how to book the classes. So all the classes are on the website. So it's sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Go to shop and go to classes, and all of them are listed there at the moment, and all the new ones will be as well next year.
And just to give you a bit of advice about the classes, because I caused a bit of confusion this year by trying to help people. So I'm going to put the full price of the class on. End of. Full price of the class. If you can't afford the full price of the class, then just phone the office and you can start paying in payments, okay? There will be a time frame. You'll have to pay a deposit, and that deposit's non-refundable. And then after that, you'll have to pay payments every month, and your final payment will need to be paid the month before class. You know, the tutors, when they're in, they need to prepare, organise, buy all the products in. You know, they've got to work out their itinerary for being here and everything. So we like to be organised. So it will be the full price on the website. Last year I did it in the title, £100 deposit, and put what the class was, and everybody thought I'd put a sale on and that all the classes were actually £100, and that isn't the case at all. So if you do want to pay in instalments, please ring through to the office, speak to Laura and Karen or Yin. They're there to help you, and we'll get that sorted out for you. Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, sounds exciting.
Brilliant. So, Christmas presents, we can see them. Right then, so how did you feel about being in the magazine, Hilary?
Incredible.
Was it exciting?
It's so exciting. There's just so much happening.
Bring her up here.
Losing you at the camera.
It's because I'm having to chase her down there. Have you noticed she's moving further and further away? Get back up here, Hilary, love. You're not going anywhere. She's so scared. So this is her first live demo, and she's shaking like a leaf. So she's like,
tell.
yeah. So it's nice, isn't it?
It's so exciting. I just can't wait to see
Yeah.
it all. It's amazing. A great opportunity for me to again just show you what there's so much we can do in this cake world.
And we don't want to give you a spoiler alert to tell you what's in it, because I know some of you have got the magazine already.
Some people have seen the cake.
Have they?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's just gone.
Sorry.
Okay, then well, we may as well show you. There we go. That didn't last long. So Hilary is going to show you in the class, in the magazine, a picture tutorial on how to make the leaves. She's going to make a couple here today, so you're getting it two ways. So you're going to get to see her make a couple of the leaves today, and then she's going to do a picture tutorial on how to make the leaves in the magazine. She has done a different element as well in the magazine, which we won't be able to tell you about. So, but it will be something that's fun, quick and easy. And then why Hilary is here today, you may be asking, is because it's all about Lustre. So as you know, we stock the Faye Cahill Lustre, and they're absolutely beautiful. I myself is not perfect at doing them, and as you saw with my cake boards at the shows, I did a quick cake board, which was great for you to see the colours, but they weren't put on properly. So I asked Hilary when she was here in October, would she kindly come back and show us how to lustre properly? And then she said to me, suggest some colours, and the colours we put together here, I think these are the ones I suggested to you, because you haven't used these before, have you?
No, they're
So
lovely.
the olive leaf gold, which is this lovely greeny gold, we put copper in as well, and bronze. And what I really like is, I don't know whether you can see it, but she's actually blended them, and they just look amazing, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that's a beautiful autumn wedding cake, isn't
and the
it?
colours just go together so well.
Yeah.
It's just the right
So, are you excited? Who wants to learn how to lustre?
Lots of people, and it's quite a few
Do
people
you,
saying,
Laura? I do.
I really do. There's a lot of people who have got the Faye Cahill dusts, and obviously people have used dust before, used different brands and products, and it's just finding different ways of using them, and I think that's what people are really excited about for tonight's live.
Let me tell you something else. So I said to Hilary, so we're going to use the sweet stamps here, and this is the curly set, and we've actually never really showed you the curly set. So I said to Hilary, I said, what does the T and H mean, Hilary? So anyhow, it's her husband's name, Thomas and Hilary. So I said, right, well, you're not putting it on our cake. We want Carol, Laura, Maria. So those are the initials that she's using today. She's ever so chuffed. You couldn't have got anything more curlier than those initials.
No, I know.
So she's going to put those on the cake, and she's going to lustre it in these colours as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some colours on our sample board, just to show you how to put it on and just show you the different colours. And then Hilary's actually going to lustre up just one dummy with these on, with our initials on, girls. Are we excited? We're going to make Hilary's going to make some leaves and then put it all together, and then we'll be done. So make sure you stay with us the whole session. You're going to love it. Right. Okay then. So Hilary, what are you going to start off with first?
I'm going to start off with that board, just
Yeah,
trying out different shades, just put them against each other and you can see what they actually look like, because the powder form sometimes. It's different when you put it on and you liquefy it. It
Yeah.
comes on differently. So it's really nice to see what it'll actually look like on your cake.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll do today.
So just to let you know, we're not getting Maria hovering at the moment because I don't think she needs to hover to film this. But so Maria can have a bit of a break unless she wants to.
Okay.
Do you want to have a bit of a break, Maria?
Yeah.
So, and then you sit back and come and do all the other stuff. So Hilary, we're happy to leave you now.
Yeah.
Do you feel a bit more confident?
Yeah.
Laura's going to
Get
look
stuck.
after you.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so they're just sorting out their lighting. I'm going to get
Okay.
my cup of tea and I'll
Okay.
be back down. So just give them a minute and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll come down here. I'll shout out some questions, so don't worry.
Okay, ready when you are, Hilary.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to really try out some of the pastel shades first, and they do some amazing colours. We've got a powder pink.
Pop it in front of that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Just pop your hands down in the centre where you're going to work.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
Let me
go.
just remind you.
Turn the bottle
camera's
towards you.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
so
and if you stick it up there, it goes really blurred.
Oh,
Do this
right.
one.
But if you
So
just
drop
do
your hands
some-
down as normal, point it towards you,
Yeah. Okay.
and we
All
can
right.
Hold that,
see.
take your
Yay.
hand up, hold it on.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then just count to 5.
We've got
And
it.
then they'll get
Powder
chance.
pink. We're there.
Powder pink. That's one of the shades that I'm going to try. And then we've got a really nice pistachio green. That's another pretty shade. And this one here, a misty blue. Again, really, really nice shades. You don't really see a lot of cakes using these colours.
Just
And
so
I
you know,
think,
your camera's there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just really nice to actually see what they look like, and then
Yeah.
you probably think, oh yeah, I'd actually like to try that on a cake.
Well, I have to say, for the cake shows, we did them on the boards, and I've seen them in the pot, and I thought, oh, I must get them on, and everyone went mad for
Yeah.
them, didn't the
Yeah.
girls?
Yeah.
So they
They're
loved them, and it's because they
beautiful.
hadn't seen them. So
Yes,
it'd be great
this
for you
is
to
it.
show them today.
Yeah, no, it's great. So I'm going to work with these 3 first, and then I've got some golds, and I've got some silvers, and then of course when I actually lustre the cake,
Yeah.
that's when you'll see the darker shades. So again, you can use rejuvenator fluid or dipping solution. Either of them is fine to use. I prefer it to vodka because I think these actually dry a lot quicker than vodka.
Yeah.
And then you want to try and, can you see it on here?
Yeah. It needs to be
But then
there.
if I put it on here, it might mark the board. Is it alright?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay.
Just stick that foam on there.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So if you try the misty blue first, you can open it.
Do you need a little spatula, by the way? We can use the end. Going to use the end of your brush.
Yeah, no, that should be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just going to dip some in. Dip some in there. That's a lot.
Yeah.
The consistency that you really have to work with. You don't want it too runny, because if it's too runny, it just isn't going to spread really well. You want it fairly thick, and you'll be able to see when I actually put it on.
That's the thing, because I found that when I was using it, I don't know about you, Laura, I've either made it too thin
Yeah.
or too thick.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
it's too thick, it forms clumps.
Yeah.
And doesn't come on smooth enough. So again, I've obviously put just too much powder in there, so I'm just going to work on a small section of it there, and that's sort of the consistency that you want it to go on. It's not really runny, and you can test it out when you just start. So I'm just going to start in this corner here.
Can we see that corner?
Can you see
Kind
that
of
corner?
on it.
Yeah. Go on up here. Such a beautiful colour.
It's
that, isn't it?
lovely. It's really, really pretty. And then again, you just go in a back and forth motion rather than up and down. I would say that's the best way to lustre it. And build up the colour gradually. So don't put a lot on all at once. As long as it's not too runny, because then you will need a lot of layers. But if you've got your consistency right, your first layer goes on really well, and then just go over it
That's such a beautiful colour.
again. Yeah, it's lovely.
See, I didn't do that. I only went over it once, and then I got these stripes, and I thought, I'll leave it
Sod
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if we've sold any of our colour board. We should have got you to do our colour board, Hilary.
Oh, yeah, it's brilliant. And again, the brush to use, obviously, I'm just working on a really small area here, so I'm using a small brush. But you should always use a flat brush.
Yeah.
So,
So this, again,
if you
it's
show
working
them under
on,
that camera there, Hilary.
Yeah.
Yeah, lower down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this...
If you just take your time, as Laura, remember that Laura has to follow you around with your camera. So if you just hold it in front of the camera there. So
That's
if you
it,
just hold
that's
it flat,
fine.
Yes,
yeah,
that's fine.
there you go.
Okay. So because I'm just working on small area, this sort of size brush is fine. But you'll see when I'm actually working on a cake, this is a 1-inch size brush, or I work with a 2-inch size brush, even that's fine, but it needs to be a flat brush with nice soft bristles. So that's your, I would say that's sort of your final colour. About 3 coats, and that should be sufficient.
That's beautiful,
if you've got
isn't
the
it?
consistency right, that's really the colour you're looking at. It is, it's lovely.
Yeah.
And imagine a bit of royal icing or piping on it. It
Oh,
just really makes
I'll
it
just go and
stand
get the
out.
royal icing out now for you while you're here.
I've done a cake actually in this blue, and
Have
it's
you?
beautiful. It looks so vintage, but
Yeah.
it's so pretty.
Yeah.
So that's the blue. I'll put that brush away. I'll put the pink next to it, so it's a bit of a contrast before I put the green on.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is that pretty powder pink. Again, you can use these on christening cakes, the pink, weddings. You can do so much with it, really. Just getting that consistency right.
Do you want that to scrape it out? You know, to tip your powder out for you.
For digging out your powder out your pot.
Right.
It's funny how we all have different ways of taking out the pot.
Yeah.
I never tip from the
Do you
pot.
not?
No, I'd
No.
end up with a whole pot in there.
Yeah, I would. So I always hold the pot and then I scrape some out with the back of my brush.
Yeah. Well, when that does happen, because it does happen a lot, when
Yeah.
you've got a lot of excess, just wait till it dries out completely and you can put it back in the pot.
Yeah.
It can be used, so you don't have to waste it really.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to that lovely consistency. It looks pearly, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
got that pearl
Yeah.
and it's just so nice.
So the colours that the brand that we're using today is Faye Cahill. The pot size comes in 2 pot size, 10ml and 20ml. They're absolutely lovely. They're a brand that is made in Australia, so we actually bring them in from Australia. It sells very well, very fast. You may look at them and think they're expensive, but they are double the size of normal dust pots. So when you get your pot, so the big one is like 4 times the amount of a normal shiny dust, and the smaller one is double the size. So we've done it in 2 sizes for you, and you know, you're gonna love them. You really are gonna love them.
Yeah, they've got quite a range, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of colours.
I think how
to
many
choose from.
colours is there? I think 16. I think I was 16.
Is
About
it
26, 27
Oh,
of them, I
wow.
think. Yeah.
And they're all different. Really, really
Yeah.
pretty.
I must admit, I never realised there could that many different tones of gold.
I know.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. I remember when they very first came to the warehouse, it was like
Oh, God.
gold, signature gold, royal gold, olive green gold.
Shimmer gold. Shimmer gold. Oh, gosh.
I think the royal gold is one of my favourite ones. I use that a lot because it's quite a bright,
Yeah.
Yeah.
really nice gold.
Yeah.
Um,
And people love the shimmer gold and signature
Yes.
gold as well, don't
Yeah.
they? I've
yes,
got to be
I think
honest.
the shimmer is popular as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what your pink will look like. Now, if you find there are just a few dry bits when you're putting it on, just a few clumps, I wouldn't worry about it yet. I'll just leave it to dry, because what you would do at the end is buff it out with another brush, and you'll see that really once I do it on the cake that I've covered. Just try and brush it out gently. Now just leave that, and that's your pink. It's a really pretty shade.
Oh, it's dark though.
Is it dark? Oh, it's so funny, Maria and Laura in the kitchen, aren't they, with hand signals? If only people could see the other side, the behind the scenes of the lighting.
I know. God, we do struggle.
So we're just having a little bit of a thing with the light in a minute.
We're just trying to make sure that you can see the shades properly. So we've just got a bit of a shadow on the main board, that's all.
Do you want me to move it?
No, don't you
You
move.
stay there.
Don't you move.
You're going nowhere. We know you're dying to do a runner. You're trapped for 2 hours.
Noticed.
Sorry, Maria.
That's where I tap it out with the back of the brush, rather than tap it out.
Tipping it out.
Yeah.
And look at that, even in the dry form, it's just so nice, is that green. This is the pistachio green. Am I okay to continue?
Yeah.
Are you just doing a dance shoe with the light?
No,
What are
don't
you
worry,
doing?
just put
You're
it
going all
back
around
to
the
where it was.
kitchen.
I'll film off this camera for now.
Yeah. So where do you want it?
No, it's alright.
Has it gone really dark now?
No, I'm filming from that one. It's
Right,
okay.
okay. Look at that green.
Such a lovely green, isn't
Yeah.
it? So beautiful.
I think I'm going to keep this board.
Yeah,
It's good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
We should have got her in before the cake shows. Lustering our board up.
Yeah, would have probably sold quite a lot more. It's just nice to see the pastel shades, and they are really pastel,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
They're really, really pretty. They're not
And I think
strong.
sometimes when people don't see these colours, they're a bit nervous to buy them.
Yes,
But it is nice.
it is. Because, like I said, sometimes you put colours on, when you mix it with fluid, they go on so much darker.
Yeah.
But these aren't really that dark. They're
No.
still as pastel as you
So,
see them in the powder form.
With those three colours, before you move on to another colour,
Yeah.
I don't suppose you could do sort of like a little bit of blending patch there with those three
With
colours.
those
Hilary?
three, yeah.
Should we
I
just
could
put
do.
you on the spot there and get you to do a little bit of blending?
Okay.
That's what we like, the challenge. Did you see
yeah.
the eyeball there? Laura, did you see it? She was like, oh God. Come on, you all want to watch her do a little bit of blending, don't you, with those three colours? So I think they would be lovely all on one cake, don't you?
Yeah.
They would. I was going to say, actually,
Yeah.
once I do that one, I'm obviously working with darker colours for the cake, but you could do just the same with the pastel.
Well, they'd be
palette.
really nice for a gender reveal cake if you got the blue, the pinks,
Yeah.
and the greens for those who don't want to know.
Yeah.
So you can have blue, because you could really tease people. We're going to do a gender reveal, because I've seen that gender reveals
Yeah.
where they've opened it, it's been pink or it's been blue.
Yeah.
Then they've opened it with the colour and they said, we're still not going to
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they want the cake.
So I'm gonna just leave that green there, and then
Yeah.
I can try and blend in the blue and the pink onto that patch there.
Yeah.
It's really subtle, but you can see that they've
Yeah.
kind of mixed in without contrasting too much. You can
Yeah.
still see the two different colours, but it's not, it's a really nice shade mixed together.
So just a quick reminder, these are the Faye Cahill dust that we're using. Hilary's just demonstrating a couple of the different shades that we're using, and we're doing another cake that you'll have seen earlier on in the live, with some different shades, again different darker tones of gold and copper and bronze. They're all available on the Sugar and Crumbs website, and they're available in two different sizes. So it's a 10mm size and a 20mm size, and all colours are available in both sizes. We don't sell them as a set, and we only sell the colours individually. It's just simply because there's so many colours to choose from, and we've said this about other products before.
Isn't it?
You don't need, I know a lot of people want all the colours, but there are so many, and some of the shades are similar, they're not the same, but like we were saying, there's so many different golds in the range, for example. So it's easy for us to sell them individually, and then we can allow customers to pick and choose what they actually want.
Yeah. And if you want to know the best before dates on these, I was surprised to see that they were 10 years.
Wow.
Oh
I know.
wow,
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Normally
really,
on Dust
really
it's 4 years, but having said that, remember it is a best before anyhow,
Yeah.
so
good. Yes.
it's fine. But these
That's
actually
really
have 10
pretty.
years on them.
I don't think they last that long. You'd want to use
No,
them so
I
much.
know.
It's
Yeah,
so-
don't keep them that long. But just come back and buy some more.
Yeah. So really, I've just left the green. I've gone over it a little bit with the blue, and then you've got just a bit of blue on its own, and then again I've used that pink there,
Yeah.
gone over the blue a little bit, and you could just keep doing that all down your cake. So
Yeah.
again, you could go on with the green, which I've kind of now mixed with the pink, but you can have it just there, just ever so slightly. Just want to keep that really pastel.
Just looks so nice,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
We'd go down the whole
Yeah,
cake just like
yeah.
that, and it would look lovely. And if you use a wider brush, then you won't have such thin streaks, so
Yeah.
you would really blend that in
Yeah.
beautifully.
Right, we're going to get you to do all the whites and silvers next.
Okay. Let's put that in.
Then all the golds.
Okay.
Then your cake. Then your sweet stamp. Laura wants to go
Keeping me
home.
busy.
I think Laura's got a hot date tonight.
Oh.
She
No,
said,
it's not
first where's where?
exciting.
How long are we going to be? Is it going to be 2 hours or 3 hours? Just might make this 3 hours. Make her fella keep her waiting. Eh?
It's not that exciting.
No.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's you can see where the shading goes in.
Yeah.
Just go one over the other ever so slightly and just blend them in. So those colours there. I'll put the lids back on. I'm trying to do a silver now.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
'Cause
And
again,
what would
it's
you
quite a
tone
light silver.
with silvers? Because we've got a galaxy silver, and we've got a pearl white. Would
Yeah,
you put white and
those are both
silver
together.
together? Shall I
White.
look?
Oh, there is another white as well, a shimmer white.
Yes,
isn't
there
it?
is, isn't there? Let me have a look.
A galaxy white.
Let me find it. So we've got the pearl white there.
Yeah, put the white here. Oh, I'll put the silver aside.
We've got ivory champagne, that might be nice. We'll just see what else we've got.
We've got the flash silver.
Flash
That's
silver.
it, the flash silver.
And have you got the galaxy white there?
Yeah.
Ah, great.
Yeah.
Oh, you had it, and I was looking for it. I was thinking I
Yeah.
was going bonkers then.
So, you could just work with tones of silver, galaxy white, pearl white. Again, just highlight areas with the flash silver. That would just bring everything up. But yeah, I could do a little tester there with, let's see what this galaxy white. It's got a lot of sparkle in it.
Yeah.
Looks really,
Yeah,
really
it's
nice,
beautiful.
doesn't it?
And just let me tell you as well, the pots have changed. So the pots have changed as well. So you'll find that all the pots are coming out like this. So if you get a different pot, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just that we're using my set, and I've never used all mine. So there's no point me opening new pots just to show you the new pots. But you'll find that they're starting to come out like this now.
Yeah, they're really nice. So you could actually, if you were carrying on with the shading in those pastels, you could even tie it in with the white
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
silvers. So that's the galaxy white. It's got a lot of sparkle. I'm guessing the gold sparkle is similar to this galaxy white, isn't it? A lot of shimmer to it.
Why is there a gold sparkle?
Yeah, there is a gold sparkle.
Is there?
There is a gold sparkle.
Is it called gold sparkle? Ever knew that? Is there?
No, I thought
Are you
there
thinking
was
of the
one.
shimmer?
Okay, maybe shimmer. Shimmer gold, that's it.
That's it, yeah,
Shimmer
yeah.
gold.
I was thinking, sure I don't know that name.
Maybe then something
Gold
else.
sparkle.
Put a little bit more on.
I don't know, mate, about you, but is it hot in this kitchen? I'm
I
boiling.
don't know.
Or do you think I'm having one of those old lady moments?
I'm always cold. I'm alright.
Oh, you'll get on very well with
I know,
Maria.
yeah.
See, look,
Yeah.
she's running around with a jumper on.
You're in good company.
Yeah, it's I'm just cold all
She has
the
a
time.
jumper on in the summer.
Do you?
Yeah.
That will be me.
That's really catching the light now.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
You can really see
Can
the
you see
shine
it well on the
this one.
camera there, yeah?
So if I actually put the pearl next to it, you can see, you know, how different it is, or if it's quite similar. The pearl white, you definitely see the shiny sparkles in that one. That's me again. Are you watching? See how much
I'm just waiting for it. Just don't know why I don't do it my way, it might be easier. But I'll say nothing when it all drops out.
all over the board.
So funny when people are new in the kitchen, aren't they? Sorry, Hilary. She's such a nervous wreck, honestly. Next time she comes, she'll be great. Well, she's great now. But it's always better the second time because
Yeah.
you've got an idea then, haven't you, in the
Yeah.
kitchen? So,
You're
But you-
saying that. I
eh?
don't know. You're saying
Yeah,
that. I
no.
don't know about me.
No, you're doing a cracking job. But everybody's nervous the first time.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
weird knowing that there's 300-400 people looking at you.
Yeah.
Just in case you wanted to know.
Just that minor point there.
That's what I need.
We don't tell you at first, you know, keep it all calm. Watching every move you make.
Oh God.
Yeah,
you can definitely see the difference.
Yes, you can. I was just about to say you can see the
And I'm glad you've
sparkle
done that
in
because so many
comparison
people
to
ask us
pearl.
about the difference in the white,
Yes.
don't they?
Yeah, so
So,
this is just a plain pearl, and that's got the actual sparkle.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, you can really see
you
that
can
now on the
definitely
camera.
So which was the first one then?
It was the
Is it the Galaxy?
Galaxy White.
Yeah, that is
It's
sparkly,
lovely.
isn't it?
Really,
Yeah.
really nice.
Have you not used
I
that one
haven't
before?
used that one
No.
before. I think I've got it,
Yeah.
but not actually used it yet. So
Yeah.
it's quite nice to see how it goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, it makes us want to Lustre. We never get a chance to do cake though, do
No, never.
we? Never. I know. Laura and I are always saying we must have a play in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And Maria stayed at my house in the summer and she said, "Can I have a play in the kitchen?" I went, "Yeah." But you just don't get time.
Yeah.
No, this
You end
is
up
it.
working, you're so
Yeah.
exhausted, you don't get
Yeah.
time. There's all these lovely goodies in here to play
Yeah.
with.
You should really just have a day of
Yeah.
just having fun
Yeah.
with all these things. Because then you know exactly what they look like, what you can do with them. There's so much you can do with them.
Well, it took us a day to do our raspberry and lime cake, didn't it? Can you see it there? That was our very rustic raspberry and lime cake.
Yeah.
So
Really nice.
it took us a day, the three of us, to do that, and that's the rustic effect.
It's very bright, very summery. I think with those, and then I'm going to do the silver next to it, aren't I? Yeah, the flash silver.
Yeah.
I think that's the lighter silver because there is a platinum
Yes,
silver
yeah,
that's a
it's
lot
quite dark.
darker.
Yeah, we can put
But
that
we'll
one
just,
after.
Yeah, we just keep these. Oh, do
Keep
you want
going.
it after this
Yeah,
one?
let's go
Yeah.
through the colours. Come on then.
I think it'll be nice to do that with the gold. You know, just
Yeah.
one against the other and see.
Yeah, we'll start on the
Difference.
golds next. We've got a black there as well. That's lovely.
Is it a black?
Yeah.
Right, I didn't know there was a black.
Is the black there, Maria? Can you see the black? Or I've got to go digging in my box.
This one?
No.
Is that black?
No, that's the platinum silver.
What about the other one at the other end? What's that?
No.
These one?
No.
No, these are all gold. It's brown.
Ooh, let me see if I can find
Oh,
the
I've not
black.
tried the Merlot. That'll be
Oh, do you know
interesting
what? The
to see
Merlot
what
sold
that-
really well.
Did it?
Oh, when we was at the show, I've got to be honest, I don't think we sold much of it on the website. But
Okay.
when we put it on the show, it sold really well.
Did
I think
it?
that's because people could actually see the colour.
Yeah. I'm guessing maybe this time of year it might be really popular.
Yeah.
So this one I'm trying is the flash silver. I think it's, got it here somewhere? Yeah.
If you hear me making any noise, it's because I'm rooting in my nose.
Silver.
I don't think I got all my colours back from the show, if I'm honest.
Did you not?
Well, I think they're probably just in other boxes that I still haven't managed to
Okay.
undo yet.
So that's quite a light silver, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite nice to go against a white sort of cake.
Yeah, it's a graphite black.
Yeah,
Is it?
graphite.
Okay. So is that like a shine, a pearl again?
It's
Pearl
it's
cynical.
quite dark, but it's got a shimmer in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Okay, so that's the flash silver. So if you want to see what the darker silver does look like against this one, so you can compare. The darker one is a platinum silver. I think it's going to be quite dark.
Yeah.
It looks dark in the powder form
Yeah.
as well, doesn't it?
Do you want another palette?
I've got
Oh,
one,
you got one.
thank you.
I've got them ready. Wasn't letting her get away. I thought that would be the hint colour that she knows. There you go. You stay into the room. I told her she only had to do one or two.
Yeah, right.
You know that I don't tell them the truth.
I know.
She'll learn for next time.
I'll be hiding. They won't find me.
We have to give our audience as much as we can. Oh, there's the black. I found it. I have.
I've done that quite runny. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Knew it. I knew you wouldn't get away with it.
Yeah, that is quite dark.
Yeah.
It's like a steel grey sort
Yeah,
of effect,
yeah.
isn't it?
But it could be nice when you come to do like an ombre effect, like you're going to do
Yeah,
the
with
other
the
ones.
other silver,
Mm.
it would go really well
Yeah.
if you did it with this silver.
Even
bit of
though all
white.
those, I was going to say the whites
Yeah.
into the silvers, that
Yeah.
looks beautiful
Yeah.
together.
And you could just then highlight using the darkest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good 4 shades
Yeah.
that will go together. Definitely.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, Hilary, I'm getting out some buffing brushes. Have you seen them?
Yes, I kept looking at them coming out.
Do you like them?
Yeah,
do
they're
you
really
use these
fluffy.
do you use these type of fluffy brushes?
Yes, I've got one on a short handle, like
Yeah.
a makeup brush. I've not used for
Yeah.
makeup, but yes, those are quite nice with the long handles.
Yeah.
Actually, they're quite good.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get to play with them as well.
Yes.
Don't want to tell you everything. I'll just sort of dump them on you.
Keep taking stuff out one by one from your cupboards.
Just dump them on you, see how you get on.
Just queuing things up so you know what you've
Yeah,
got to work through.
You can all hear me rattling away here. What's she getting out of her box?
I know, all these new goodies.
Watching from the corner of my eyes, and keeping an eye on you.
And I've got you 2 more brushes there in case you
Oh,
run out.
thank you. Yes, I think that's a great colour
Yes.
palette to work with.
Really nice.
Just blend it in, alternate them.
Doesn't that
and
look
just
beautiful?
highlight.
Yeah.
Doesn't
it's
it?
so nice to see them together.
It is. Do you want to give
I like
do you want to
these
give the
bullets.
black a go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
love
does.
the black.
It's a really nice idea, and this is just an example, everyone. So for anyone who's missed the beginning, this is just an example of a board that we're putting together. It's the Faye Cahill dust, so we've just basically worked our way through the blue, the pink, the greens. It's a pastel to start us off with, and then we've gone into the whites, into the silvers. It's just to give you an idea of what they look like. So obviously in powder form, they look beautiful in the pots, but when you've mixed them into a paint, for example, they do look slightly different, and you do get a different intensity of the colour. So this is just to give everyone a bit of an example of what they actually look like against a white sugar paste. Carol did have some boards at the cake and bake shows, and I know a lot of customers purchased.
I feel
things off
ashamed of
that.
them now.
No, they're a great example. It's just so people can actually see what
I was
they look
so
like.
proud.
Just so people can actually see what they're purchasing. You know, like I say, they look different when they're in a powder form, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. It's really nice to see what they look like. So you're not frightened,
Yeah,
thinking, oh, I'm going to go straight on the cake. What's it going to look like?
Yeah.
At least now you can see.
absolutely.
So going darker, I'm actually going to try this graphite black. I've never
Yeah.
used that before, so that's going to be interesting. Again, you could probably combine it
Yeah.
with that palette. That's really nice, and it's got a
Yeah.
nice shine to it again.
Because black cakes are so popular this year, haven't they?
Yes.
And the really black cakes have been popular with the navy blues and everything.
Yes.
It's nice to put a nice shimmer on as
Yes.
well, isn't it?
Definitely.
So to make the paint, Hilary's just mixing a bit of the powder into a palette tray with rejuvenated spirit or U-dipping solution. Hilary did explain before that you can use vodka, but it does take a little bit longer to dry.
And do you remember Marion Frost said
She
that
said
at the last demo morning in October, didn't she?
Yeah, about it running out, for
Yeah.
example. You don't get as much of a run when she's painting her patchwork cutouts, for example. But it is a personal preference, you know,
Yeah.
as long as it's a clear, flavourless alcohol, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But we do sell the rejuvenated spirit in a couple of different sizes on the website, and we've also got the dipping solution as well.
Yeah, that was something for us to learn that off Marion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because she was saying, like you did then, that even though people do use clear alcohol, the actual rejuvenated spirit and the dipping solution is far superior.
Yes, because it's 99%
Alcohol is
isn't it?
pure alcohol, so
Yeah.
it'll dry out faster as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great using it. Because you want them to dry really quick, especially if you are layering and blending.
Yeah.
So, I think we worked on those. Should we move on to the gold?
Yeah,
Shades of gold?
they're
So
all
I
waiting
could
for gold.
Start with the pastel ones again. We've got an ivory champagne that I really, really like. I've used this a few times.
Yeah.
I'll try and do them. Mocha. That's
Ooh.
another really nice
And do you know
shade.
what? That came up really well. See, I've never really looked at the mocha, but that sold well at the show due to my colour board because people
Yeah.
hadn't really seen what it was like, and that
Yes.
was beautiful.
It is. It's really, really nice. A lot of brides go for that actually. I could pair that with the creme brulee.
Mm-hmm.
That's another nice one. Let's just get them all here.
Should I get rolling out another board, Hilary?
I know it looks like we might be running out of space here. I might have to do them in
You
smaller.
have to do smaller patches now.
That rose quartz. That's
Yeah.
a really pretty one again.
Yeah.
Shimmer gold, rose gold.
I best get out some more palette
Yeah,
trays.
there's a
We're
lot
going to
of,
be busy.
sorbet. That's a colour I've not
Oh, that's
looked at
beautiful.
before. I
Yeah.
think that will go really well against the rose quartz. it's just nice to compare them next to each other and see what the difference
I have to
is.
use these next.
Yeah, okay.
If anybody wonders what these are, do you know when you get a fridge and they give you store your eggs in the fridge? Well, I've never been brought up to store my eggs in the fridge, so I've always launched these out.
That's a
But
good
I
idea,
keep them
that.
now for dusting. Or your ice cube trays.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Didn't see that one. Dusky lilac.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's really.
And I can
could've
only
done
tell
that.
you they're beautiful because of this colour board. I hadn't seen them myself at
I
all.
might try that as well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Shall I start looking up another board
I
then?
think you're gonna have to, Carol. Right. I think I'll start with, which is the palest one. I could try the creme brulee. See how that goes on. We've been watching how much it's going to tip out. Is that right?
Well, there, I've got a small size to show you. So the small size so you can see. Which camera should I go on, Laura? Here? There. So 20ml, 10ml. And the normal colours come in 5 grams, and to be fair, it's based on volume as well. So they'll always fill a pot up, but some of them might weigh a little bit less because it's the density of the actual powder. But you'll find, sorry to put my hands across you, some of you may have these pots. These are the older pots, and we're using these because this is mine. But the newer pots are coming out like this. If you do get one of these, don't be sad about it. It's just that's what we've got left in the warehouse. So we're trying to get rid of these as fast as we can.
What's this colour, Hilary?
This is a creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
It's really, really pretty.
I have to say,
Really, really
that board
nice.
looks stunning, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
I'm just going to keep them now as narrow streaks.
I was going to say, you're going to have to, aren't you?
So,
I was only joking when I said I was going to knock up another board. I'm not.
yeah, no, just keep it at that. That's a really
Yeah.
pretty shade.
And that looks really nice with it.
Yeah,
it does.
doesn't
It
it?
looks really fab.
Really, really nice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, what was you thinking up here, Hilary?
no, I'm sure you didn't tell me I was going to try out all the colours.
No, I
when we
didn't. No, I
started.
didn't. You'll learn, Hilary. You'll learn.
Yeah.
Hey, the audience want to see it all, don't you, team?
Well, it is a really good way to see, because I don't own all of these colours, so now I can go back thinking, wow, I'm sure I can use that one here and that one there. This is a really nice one, the ivory champagne.
Yeah.
Really, really pretty shade. Again, I think these colours would tone in with the silver palette there,
Yeah.
like the white.
And I think it's nice if customers did their own colour board as well.
Yeah.
So if they bought a few,
Yes.
do little patch tests themselves on the little board. So,
yeah.
you know,
Just see.
you don't even have to use expensive sugar paste, just cheap
Yeah.
sugar paste, colour your board up and have a little play, isn't
that's
it?
a good idea.
That's really, really nice.
And which one's that? The ivory champagne?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very, very pretty.
Feeling more relaxed now, Hilary? You're getting into the flow.
I think so. I don't
Before
want
you
to
get
speak too soon.
Before you get your big moment, you're going to make leaves and dust and all that. And what are we going for? The initials? CLM.
CLM.
I like that. CLM.
Sounds a bit like KLM.
Yeah.
I'll remember it that way. See, they're quite close, these
Yeah,
shades, and
but
yet
they're different.
different.
Yes.
So you really could blend, use these
Yeah.
two together.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. I think I'll try the sorbet next.
Yeah.
Actually, that might look like it's quite close to the champagne. I'm using all your brushes for it.
I know, don't worry.
A lot of washing to it. That looks really nice.
I'm going to show them after when they dry that they don't need to wash them. How to put them all back in the pot.
Yes.
Because a lot of people showed them that at the shows when they dried.
Yeah.
How much you think that there's nothing in that pot when actually there's actually a lot.
Yes. Okay, that was a bit runny, but I'll just add a touch more. That's got like a beachy tone to it, hasn't it?
Mm. That everybody be thinking for next year's cakes now,
Yeah,
won't they?
they
What
will.
colour themes are going to
Yeah.
go? Do you know what I noticed? I think pastels are coming back in, because I was in Denhelm doing my shopping, advert for Denhelm there, doing my shopping, and all the bedding is pastel pinks and
right.
blues and pistachios. So I think they're moving away from the grey now.
Yeah.
So they're moving away from the grey, the grey and white. There was rose gold bed in there. So it's usually those types of stores who start the colours.
Yeah.
But it's all chintz again.
Yeah.
It's all full
very
of little
traditional.
flowers and
Yes,
everything.
yes.
Yeah. But it's all the traditional chintz, but
In a modern
touch, with all pastel
It
colours.
just goes round and
I
comes
know.
back, doesn't it?
And I just thought, oh, I feel like changing all my bedding
I know,
again.
that's what it
Because all my bed is pure
happens.
white. I love pure white bedding.
Yeah.
Yes. It's got a nice feel to it, doesn't
I think the twist on it is the metallic element, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the rose gold and
Yeah.
things
Yes.
like that, the bronze, coppers.
So this one here is a nude taupe. Again, I think that's going to look really nice against these shades. We'll give time.
We've been going almost an hour, but don't worry, there's no pressure.
How long have we been going?
50 minutes.
No way. Right.
Really?
Get a move on, Hilary.
Right,
Come on.
okay.
We've got a cake to do.
Joking.
Look at this. Hilary on speed. This will look like one of those videos where we suddenly speeded it up. Come on, Hilary, quick. Don't talk about them anymore. Just whack them on.
Okay.
Let's not admire the colours, we know they're lovely.
So you thought I wasn't going to talk that much. Now I'm talking too much.
It's funny when we do these lives, aren't we? Everybody thinks, oh, I've got 2 hours, plenty of time. And you won't be the only one, Hilary. It happens all the time
All
with
the
everybody.
time,
They're
yeah.
all there thinking, what am I going to do for 2 hours? And then
I know.
suddenly we're like, come on.
Hurry
So
up.
now we're on Hilary on speed.
It's funny when we give someone a time check and they go, no, no, I promise you have. You've been going an hour.
Yeah, don't forget you've got to make leaves yet. Do the sweet stamp, colour a cake.
Okay.
No pressure at all.
No pressure.
Maria hasn't done any filming yet.
This one is a rose quartz, so it looks quite similar to the one I just did, isn't it? Was that a nude
Top, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still going to go on slightly differently.
Yeah.
These are
Thanks.
really nice shades,
Thanks,
aren't
Maria,
they?
for putting the lids on. You
Yeah.
can just feel an accident looming, can't you?
Dust everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I think these shades are really pretty together.
Really
Yeah.
pretty, yeah.
But I think this is so nice for everybody to see the colours to go together.
Yeah.
So you're doing a grand job, Hilary, because I'm sure they're all saying that. Are they, Laura?
Oh yeah, loving it. Absolutely loving it.
Get
And-
those
and
thumb
this
ups. What thumbs up? Get
Thumb
those love
ups.
hearts going.
No, it is. There's a lot of people saying they appreciate being able to see them, and people have already purchased the colours but not used them,
Yes.
for example.
So
That's the
now-
maddest
And that's
thing,
what
isn't it?
happens. But I'm guilty of it.
Me too.
The amount
I am.
of pots of
Yeah.
dust that I've got, and I've never used
Yeah,
them.
just because they look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, when am I going to use
About
I know.
5 different golds.
I was looking in my cupboards the other day, bearing in mind I've got teachers coming here all the time using them, still can't use them all.
No. No.
Probably now everyone's
Yeah.
going to want to get on and start using
Yeah.
it. I think this one was, which one did I just use? This is the mocha. It's really nice.
It's
That's
beautiful,
nice,
isn't
yeah.
it?
It looks
yeah.
different now in the powder form,
Yes.
and when it goes on, it's different.
Yeah.
I like that one. Right, I think we're moving on to the golds now.
Good.
And where's the Merlot? There was a Merlot, I think. I don't think we're going to be able to put all these golds on, do you think?
No. We'll just
Mostly
do
a little
Let's
patch
Let's
of
get
them.
that Merlot done because that
Yeah.
Merlot was, and the Dusty Lilac. The Dusty Lilac's here.
Okay.
Because have you done the Dusty Lilac?
No, I haven't.
That's there. And the Merlot. Can you see the Merlot, Maria?
I just being blind.
Not the one that was in your hand then, was it?
No.
This is Dusty Lilac
Yeah, I'll try that one.
because
next.
that's really nice as well. Want more brushes?
Oh, it's there. It's
Where is-
near the bone tool.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, it's just my eyes not working.
I've got 2 brushes here if you want them.
I'll need more than that even.
Does that mean I've got to go down there and start cleaning brushes now?
No, there's a few small ones in that pot.
Well, we're going to need very narrow brushes soon.
Yeah.
We're running out of board.
Yeah, we are. So those will be fine then. This lilac is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at it.
That's why I can
understand.
understand. Yeah, that's why I can understand why people would buy all of them because they are all lovely.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah. And these are all going to be beautiful for the sweet stamps as well. So
Yeah.
if you guys have got sweet stamps and you want to use different colours, then you know what? I mean, if you're not even if you're not lustering your cake, just use them for decorating with your sweet stamps. They are beautiful. And Hilary's going to be using some of these on our CLM initials soon.
CLM.
What is it called?
Yes.
It was CLM, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
It is okay. Thank you.
And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means Carol, Laura, Maria.
Of course. Might have to go into some narrower brushes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I'll manage. We don't have much space anyway, so.
No.
And this one here is the blush rose gold. That should be nice. See how that goes on.
That reminds you, when you see one of those stripy things, it starts off nice and thick and then they go thinner. You now know what happens,
Because
don't you?
they run out
They
of
run out of
space,
space.
don't they? Yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
Yeah,
Well, I have to say, I like them all.
Yes, I do. And you can see how
Yeah.
they do all work.
Yeah. But I think with all the sweet stamps, it look brilliant, won't they, when you're imprinting on your boards and stuff like that. And Amy was here in October as well. She did some fabulous demos, didn't she?
Of course, always
So-
brilliant.
And she's coming back for another demo as well. So always, I don't know how those girls think of ideas, do you?
Fantastic.
Brilliant, aren't they? And Shell, she's just amazing at what
Yeah.
she thinks of.
Yeah.
Amy always brings 2 or 3 girls with her when she comes to do a
Does she?
demo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
the things that they just think of, I think, oh, why did I?
I
think of that?
know.
Amazing. This is really
That's
nice.
lovely.
This is the Merlot.
Yes, I
Wow.
said it was lovely, didn't
It's
I?
really nice.
It's really deceiving. And you know what? That colour doesn't sell very well, but at the show it sold very well when people
Because
could
it's
see
so,
it.
Yeah, 'cause it
Yes.
looks really dark.
Yes.
Look at that powder.
Yeah.
It's so dark and it's actually come on lighter.
Yeah.
It's really, really pretty. Right, running out of palettes as well. So should I try the cool bronze?
Well,
or
the 2
signature
colours, the 3
gold?
colours you're going to use on your cake, we won't use.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I've got those
So we've got a bit of
separate.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I try the signature gold?
Yeah, let's go for them all.
I'll just use thin brushes now. Oh,
We
that's
have-
a wide one.
How
Oh,
quick? How
thank
quick did you say you could lustre that cake, Hilary?
15 minutes.
We'll be putting you.
How long will it take you to make leaves? Was we making half a dozen? We're now making one.
Like Sunday, yeah. That was the signature gold. Let's see how that looks.
And I have to say, I like all the golds. They're all really
That's
pretty.
really a nice gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've not used that one
it's very
before.
popular, that one. In fact, all the golds are popular.
Yeah.
Those are the colours we sell out first, aren't they?
Golds and the silvers.
Yeah, they always go first. But which is why I wanted to show everybody the other colours.
Yes.
You know, let's do some of the other colours.
Yeah.
And as it looks like that the new colours for next year are going to be pastels, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
we
Especially now it's
Pull
spring
the
and
board up
summer.
just a bit. Just
Yeah.
now we're getting towards the edge of it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'll try. Next one is a
Yeah,
really...
we're down to very thin
Tiny
lines
corner.
now.
But it just looks like it was meant to be.
Yeah,
So,
it does.
yeah. We'll say that anyway. Yeah, so that's the Regency gold. Even that's a nice gold.
Yeah.
Like it in the powder form.
So any of you who are watching, Hilary was in the kitchen in October doing a class for us. She did the gilded. Oh, I can't say it. You say it, Laura.
Is it rustic gilded? Or
Yeah.
Gilded? Rustic gilded.
Rustic gilded.
Yeah. Wedding cake
Yeah.
class. And it's beautiful. You can see them there in the background. There's actually 2. Can you get both of them there in the
Yeah,
background? Oh, right, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And then, so we're hoping to get Hilary in the kitchen again next year. So she's going to finalise some dates for us. We're hoping to get some other tutors in. In fact, I'm not saying we're hoping. I know that we will be getting them all in.
Yeah.
But with Cake International, the run up to Cake International, nobody's interested in talking to me because we're all mad busy. So I'm hoping now that the show is over, we can get everybody booked in. So I'm hoping by the end of November, I'll have all next year's classes on board so that you can start saying to your family and friends that you want gift vouchers or you're going to book on the class. If you want to pay with a deposit, then you'll need to phone the office, speak to Laura, Yin or Karen. You can pay a deposit over the phone, it is non-refundable, and then you will have to pay the full payment 1 month before the class. What else was I going to say, Laura? Hilary and I are working with Cake Decoration magazine. So it's Cake Decoration Sugar Craft magazine. It's a fabulous magazine. I was in there last month and Molly was on there on the front page, wasn't she? So Molly has done doing our social morning. No, she's done our social morning. I don't know where I am with Molly. She's done that many things for us, isn't she?
Yeah.
But Molly's going to be
Nice.
doing classes for us next year as well in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen. What colour was that, Hilary?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a rose gold, and that one there was the blush rose gold. So
Ah.
you can see they are different.
They are
That's
different,
got
aren't they?
more of a pinky
Yes.
tone to it. and that's got more of a bronze
Yeah.
sort of shading to it. And
Yeah.
these 2 golds, so that was, what was the second gold I used? It was it the, no, it wasn't the royal gold, I think.
I'm going to have to stick
Regency
stickers on them.
gold. But again, when I was putting it on, I thought they were quite similar, but now they've dried,
They're
you
not.
can see the different tones. So
yeah.
I think all the golds are definitely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the rose gold too.
Yeah, so Molly's going to be doing classes for us in the kitchen. So will Georgie Godbold, Natalie Porter will be back, Zoe Fancy Cakes. Have them all back in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen next year. So we'll be looking forward to seeing you. And any of you who've been on the class, do shout out and let people know how good the classes are. We're a really friendly bunch here in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen. What goes on in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen stays in the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen. So
Yeah.
but we always do have fun and have a laugh, and we feed you, and there's private car parking as well. What else was I going to say, Laura? Yes, if you want to join the magazine, if you want to subscribe to the magazine so you can read up about Hilary and myself, myself, all you need to do is subscribe. Go to our website, go to shop, drop down to Cake Decoration Sugarcraft magazine, press the link, it will take you directly through to their website, and then you buy it there. It's £5 and you get the next 5 editions, and then you subscribe to them for 6 months, a year, or however long you want. But I'm sure once you've got the magazine, you're going to love it and keep subscribing. And have you got any more to say, Laura?
No, that's it.
Did I get it all out right? I'm amazed.
Carol.
Do you want to do your little spiel? Just to give you something to do as well.
Just to keep me busy.
What colour was that, Hilary?
So the one before was a cool bronze.
Yeah.
Really nice, because again that looked quite dark before
Yeah.
I put it on, and it's really, really nice. And then this is, you can see it's a brighter gold. It's the shimmer gold.
Yeah.
Those are a little bit on the darker tone. Really, really nice colours, I think. Nearly done. I've just got royal gold.
Are we nearly done, Maria?
Yeah.
Are we nearly done?
Really. So can I
Have you
use
been
this
counting them all?
Use
Triangle.
the whole triangle.
That would get a whole triangle. Well, we've got 3 other colours we haven't used, but they're going to
Yeah.
go on the cake, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing a good job there, Maria, isn't she? Keeping it all organised.
Wow.
See, if only these people could see behind the scenes.
I know.
Yes,
It is
so
crazy.
much that goes on, isn't it? We wouldn't manage without you.
Yeah.
So this is the royal gold. Just going to finish the square off with.
I have to squeeze the board up a bit because I'm losing the shot.
Do you want to just push the board up here a bit, Hilary?
Hang on.
Yeah.
I'll have to take it that way. And up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You
Yeah.
got it?
Yeah.
Have you
And
enjoyed
that's
your
the
first hour in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Are you calming down?
I have. This painting's happening. Yeah, it's great. That's the gold that I've used on that cake, actually.
Yeah,
It's really, really pretty.
yeah.
So that's
Lovely.
really the colour palette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done.
Barring a few colours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they look really, really
Well
nice.
done, fantastic. Thank you for doing that. What do you
Thank
think,
you.
everybody? Isn't that so nice of us to do that for
Yeah.
you? And so nicely put on. If you saw and anybody says dare to comment on my boards, what they saw at Cake and Bake and Cake International, mine had all ripples and brush marks on it. What was I doing wrong? Was it too watery?
Maybe,
or too
was
thick?
it too much force? Do you think in the fondant or the actual?
No, when I painted them on the board,
yeah.
so mine, I couldn't get my brush strokes out of them.
Right.
Like yours, I can't see your brush strokes on there.
No, do you want to
It'll
hold it
be
up?
down to the consistency, I would say, of
Is it?
your yes, when you dilute it. Because
Wow.
if it
Do you know,
is
that looks
too
so pretty,
thick-
just
it
like
does,
that,
I know,
doesn't
you
it?
Just have it on
Yeah.
We'll save that to put a cake on it.
Yes.
Go on.
Well, someone's actually just said it looks so effective as a board for a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you
Yeah.
just use a couple of colours, for
Yes.
example.
Just a stripe.
That's so beautiful.
Now, those of you who came to the cake show, do not be laughing because you know, because you saw a slippy little fella, isn't he? Crikey. So there you go. Can you see that?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So those of you who came to the cake show, don't be laughing at my boards. They were just to show you the colours. I never said I was good.
That's gorgeous.
I went for the rustic look.
It's so
Rustic is
pretty.
good.
Rustic is good. Right, so should we move this out the way then?
Okay.
So let's
Thank
move this
you.
out the way. We'll stick that there,
Yeah.
out the way. So what are we going to start on next, Henry? Are you ready?
Well, I could do the cake.
Yeah.
I could
Or do you wanna do
lustre the
leaves?
cake. Whichever.
Which do you need first?
Well, I could do that because I've
Right.
made the leaves. you know, some of them in advance.
But you're going to
which I
make
could
two.
just
You're going to
dust
make
and
two
I'll
now,
make
aren't
two
you?
fresh ones.
Right. Love this idea. Look at this idea.
Yeah.
How fabulous is this? So you know when you've got a cake and it's sliding around, or as it happens, this is a dummy cake, and it slides around when you try and put your paste on. Just put it on here.
Yeah.
How clever is that?
Toothpicks.
I can do it on with toothpicks.
Yeah.
Go on then. What do you want?
Just
Right, is that going to be too high for you?
Is it
Going to do it?
That's
Right. So away you go. So you need bigger bowls this time and bigger brushes, don't you?
Yeah.
There she is. She's going to start walloping our walls for us now.
Yes, you definitely use different brushes for the 3 different shades, and the shades we're going for.
And Maria's ready.
today,
Look.
this copper, it's really, really, really nice.
Do you want to just show it under the camera there?
like
Do it under
here.
your one.
Yeah, do it
Yeah.
under your
So
camera.
drop your hands down.
Oh,
Turn it to you.
okay. I can't get my head
There
around
you
this.
go.
Just stay, keep your hands still.
That's enough. Yeah.
Okay.
And when you do that, that's all they can see. So if you just hold it.
That's it. Perfect.
We all do it, don't worry, me included.
Yeah, okay. The copper, it's really, really vibrant. So we're going to use that really to highlight areas. You'll see how I do that. Bronze, again, a really nice colour. So these 3 shades go really well together. And there's an olive leaf gold. So it's quite dark, but when you actually blend it in with the other colours, they look really, really
How did you feel when I sent them down to you? Because you hadn't used those 3 colours before,
No,
have
I'd
you?
used the bronze before,
Yeah.
but not the copper
Yeah.
or the olive leaf. And when I looked at the olive leaf, I thought, wow, that's really dark.
Yeah.
But then I just thought of how I was going to blend them and tone them in, and they just work so
Yeah.
well, especially for an autumnal kind of cake. I think the
Just so
colours
some of you
are-
know, when I was talking to Hilary about what the cake she was going to do, I suggested some colours and she didn't know them. So I said, oh, I'll send them down for you to try. And I was laughing to myself thinking, she's going to look at these and think, what am I going to make with these? But if you see that cake in the background,
Yeah.
she has done an excellent job. I'm very proud.
Oh, thank you. So I'm just going
Hi.
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 This is it now. This is it. This is where it starts.
tipping. So we do really need to have quite a bit of colour now in each dish, because these brushes are going to pick up a lot of colour.
Yeah.
So we don't really want to keep on having to top it up. We probably will, but
And when you come to brush, you're right-handed, aren't you?
I am.
So we'll probably be aiming for that camera there, will we, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so good on the camera. She's got it sorted.
So I mark my brushes because it's best using a certain brush for a certain colour, especially when they're darker shades, and then you know it's not going to mix in with other pigments. So that's for your green.
That's a good idea.
It's a good
Just
idea.
putting
Yeah.
masking tape on there.
Especially when I do my light ones, like the pearl,
Yes.
I really don't want any other colours mixed
Well, to be
in.
fair, it's funny, you know, it's like people think that they just need a couple of brushes, but you don't. You need a whole selection,
You
don't
do.
you? And learn to remember what you use them for. There's nothing
Yeah.
worse than picking up a brush that's had black on it and sticking it in your white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or something even you wouldn't think necessarily that's so strong, like a yellow.
Yeah.
And it lingers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it bristles, yeah.
Yes.
I think you really should just have a brush per colour, shouldn't
Yes.
you? And that's what Marion said as
Yeah.
well, didn't she? Funny enough,
Yeah,
on
she
her
did.
on her thing, didn't she?
Yeah.
And I think Natalie Porter does the same. She just keeps them for her own
Same
tones.
colours, yeah.
It just makes it easier, makes your life
Yeah.
so much easier, because you're not worrying then if you haven't washed out all
Exactly.
the pigment that it's
Yeah.
going to.
When do you need to put the lettering on?
I do that after.
Oh,
the
do you?
Lustre. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
right, very good.
So I'm
Good,
just
good,
going to mix that in, quite a thick consistency there. And I'm just going to layer it, so I'll just start off. It's going to take a few, you know, strokes. Yeah? Okay.
She's ready.
So if I start with the bronze there. And it is really just having a play around. There's no hard and fast rule. It's just remembering to keep your brush strokes in the same direction. So you don't want to keep going up and down now. You just want to keep going back and
And which
forward.
colour is that? Is that the copper?
That's the bronze.
The bronze.
I
Isn't
use
that
the
beautiful?
copper right at the end really to just highlight.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a strong colour.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's absolutely
it is.
beautiful.
It's lovely. And look at it. It's covered so well.
Yeah.
If your consistency is right, you know, it'll only need a couple of coats. It doesn't
Yeah.
even need a lot of coats.
I'm not on the camera there, am I, Laura? Should I move out the way?
No, you're not, don't worry.
And so yeah, this does look a little daunting when you start off. You can see that the contrast with the green against, but I've basically just gone slightly over the bronze here, and then you've got a green band.
Yeah, that's the camera you're aiming for, Hilary.
That one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got perfect shot.
I'll never get my head right.
No,
Don't worry.
no, we're all technical here,
Perfect
Hilary.
shot.
Yeah, I'm far from technical. Tom will tell you. I'm the worst.
That's lovely. That is that the gold olive leaf, is
This
it?
is, yeah.
It's lovely,
This is
isn't it? I love it.
So you might look at it and think, oh my god, that's so scary, just such bold colours with such obvious stripes. But you will, as you keep going through
Yeah.
it, you will blend it in, and
just
it will
looks
just
beautiful.
be
Yeah,
really
I love it.
toned. I know when I was trying it out the other week, and I was like, oh my god, this is scary.
Yeah.
I think the thing with cake decorating, which is what I was telling my students the other day, the other week, month even, that you really have to wait till the finished
Yes.
product. You have to wait till the very end, because
Yeah.
you'd just be worrying, thinking it's not going to look how
Yes.
it should look.
Yeah.
And
Don't worry in advance.
Yeah, I've learned through experience that it will.
Yeah.
You just have to give it time, with patience. And I've gone over the green now again
Ah.
with the bronze.
Yeah.
So again, say about halfway through that band,
Yeah.
covering with the bronze, and then you've just got the bronze by itself.
That's beautiful.
It's lovely, isn't it? The colours are just so pretty. And then we'll go back with the green.
I'm in the mood for chocolate. Might have to make chocolate chips. We might have to make chocolate brownies this week, Maria.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, Carol.
Yeah.
Very, very
Feel
good
in the
idea.
mood for chocolate. I think it's going to be chocolate
Such a
brownie
good
day.
idea.
Sounds good.
Your brownies are amazing.
I might have to stay.
Listen,
Stay.
get more demos out of you. You can stay as long as you like. Don't know what your husband's going to say, but
He won't mind, I'm out of his hair.
we are greedy when we eat the chocolate brownies, though. I never realised that Maria and I never realised Maria could eat so many chocolate brownies.
They must be really good then. Yes.
Laura works in a different office from us, so she only
Okay.
gets them if they're coming down her way.
Only whatever's left.
Nothing.
No, not a lot. And Carol normally says, share them with the warehouse lads. I go, yeah, well.
Maybe.
Well, Karen's the same, isn't she? Karen
know.
loves the brownies, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Look at that coverage.
Mm.
It's really,
It is
really good, isn't it?
fantastic.
And I wouldn't worry too much about if you've got just a few streaks of that lustre at this stage, because when it
A few
dries,
streaks, I can't see any.
No.
If that had been me now,
Mine would be a mess.
yeah.
I can just see a few, but it'll just, you just, as you keep going around, you kind of take it out. And then once it dries and you buff it, you won't even see any of these clumps of lustre. But there aren't that many. And again, I think that's down to the lustre. If it's a really good lustre and you've got the consistency right,
Yeah.
you won't really get too many clumps of it. So that's sort of blended in, but I still want a little bit more toning. So I'm just going to go over again greens and
Yeah.
bronze. Leave the copper right to the end because I am just going to highlight areas with that, but it's just going over.
That looks gorgeous, doesn't
Yes,
it look
it's
rich though? I remember having it being a young girl having a dress in that colour, I'm sure I did.
It's really pretty, isn't it?
And would you do that with the matte colours as well? Same method?
Matte colours.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't see why
Same.
not. The technique should work the same really. You're just going over.
I'm just thinking about some of the matte dust that we've got, would it work the same?
Mm. You'll have to have a play, Carol.
Yeah.
I wish.
So there's quite a lot of green there, so I'm just going to go over.
I remember the first time I ever lustered anything. You'll laugh now, you lot. So my friend asked me would I do her parents' 50th wedding cake and would I lustre it gold. So I got this gold lustre and I brushed it all on. It looked beautiful. But But you couldn't freaking move the thing, it blew off.
Oh no.
just kept blowing off, and I kept putting more and more lustre on, more and more. I had no idea that you had to put it on wet.
Yeah.
I've just gone and brushed it all on dry.
It's a dust.
It would have gone everywhere.
I wonder how many of you lot have done that though. I bet there's loads of people have done that. And I had to say to her, I said, listen, look, it's staying on there, but I'm going to give you a bit extra. But I must have gone through pots of the stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a bit extra to take home, so when you get to the venue, you can just top it up. But they must have wondered what was on their fingers.
Going on? Yeah.
Thankfully, I did it for free. Go on, tell us how many of you lot have done it.
I'm
they
sure
have.
there's plenty of cake disasters that we've done and learned by. You're not the only one.
It's just the bristle sometimes. You just might get one that comes off.
It's a pain when a bristle comes out,
but
isn't
it's
it?
easily fixed again if you just go over it.
But look how that's blended together,
it's
isn't it?
beautiful.
Beautiful.
It is, it's lovely. And then I'll just probably highlight it once more with a bit of green, and then I'll move on to the copper.
So you're not really giving it any sort of drying time. It's drying pretty quickly, isn't it? As
It is,
you're going
absolutely.
round
But
the cake.
that's because they've used a rejuvenator
Yes.
and a dipping solution, and
Yeah.
it's pure alcohol, so it reacts very fast.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, we've only just learnt that, haven't we?
Yeah, well, that's what there's quite a few people saying, you know, do you not need to leave it in between layers or anything like that? But you're also using a very thin amount on the brush, so you're not sort of loading your brush up.
No, you want it to be thin layers.
Yeah.
You really want it to be, you know, tons of coats. And these
Yeah.
colours are really strong, so you don't even need a lot of coats. I would say it covered quite well just with the first coat.
Absolutely,
But
yeah, it
I
did.
couldn't see the white.
No.
It's only because I'm kind of blending it all in.
What are you up to? Close up.
So you just get the streaks out by just going over it lightly, your brush strokes.
Laura's on camera manoeuvre. Close up shots are at the ready.
I think I might just go over just a few areas with bronze.
I have to say it looks stunning, Hilary. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
What do you think, Ray?
Yes, I'm
I like
falling
it.
in love.
Yeah.
So the reason...
Wait till we get the CLM on.
So what Hilary's done is, this is a dummy cake that she's working on that's been covered in sugar paste, but she's used a toothpick to anchor it into another dummy. Then worked on a turntable, and it's so much easier. You've got that constant control
Yeah, because it's
without the
in
cake
way.
sliding around or anything. That's such a good idea.
And a non-slip mat under
Yes.
the dummy, so,
Yeah.
because the dummy is lined again. But yeah, I'd be happy leaving it with this sort of colour tone.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
And then just to highlight the top and the bottom, I think like I've done on there.
Yeah.
That copper is so strong. Yeah, that's the brush that I use for copper.
Wow, that's
It's a
beautiful
really
colour.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Colour, isn't it?
What do you think when you saw that colour?
I thought, wow, that is so rich.
Yeah.
So I knew I just wanted to highlight areas with that rather than have it all over the cake since I was working with the other two. So really, I'm just going to do the top edge.
Oh, it's beautiful. It finishes it off,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
And it doesn't have to be, you know, the same width as you're going
No,
around. You just want
no.
it to have a really
No, but it's a bit like
natural,
that gold effect there,
rustic-
isn't it? That you've got in
Yeah, I like working like that way.
it. Yeah. I
It's
don't think it looks right anyhow when you make it even and
No.
leave it blue.
uniform.
No.
No,
No.
it doesn't. I'd be quite happy just leaving the top.
Mm. I think it looks fab.
And I'll do the same at the bottom. So if you wanted to use a narrow brush, you know, you could use a 1 inch one rather than a 2, but I'm quite happy just angling it so you can still.
So what made you decide to do cake decorating then, Hilary? What got you into that?
Well, so I I didn't even bake 7 years ago. Didn't know how to turn an oven on properly. Nothing. It was my husband that used to bake with the kids. They were quite young then. And he did this chocolate cake one day. And I was like, I think I can do better than that. And that's just where it started. It sparked my interest.
Your poor husband, there he is.
I know.
Baking cakes for the kids, and you had to outshine him. Go on then.
But it worked. And I just fell in love with this whole cake world. I didn't even know it existed.
No, exactly. I think that's the thing with it, isn't it? Don't know what it is about cake, but it becomes addictive, doesn't it?
Totally,
Yeah, it's amazing. And then I just wanted to try out all these new products that kept coming out. Just have a play around.
And does he do cake anymore?
Tom?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Giving it up. No. He used to help bake cakes for me, and now he doesn't even want to do that. He's not doing anything. So I've killed it for him, I think. But he still comes in and, you know, gives us.
Yeah, and he's brought you here to the class. He's good
Yeah.
though, isn't he? Because he's brought you here to the live, he's brought you to the classes, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is.
So he's still involved in his own
He
way,
is,
isn't he, really?
yeah.
And he is lovely.
I think I probably maybe don't want him to do that much now myself, because I prefer doing all this side of things. But he sees to my admin and he sees to my
Oh, does he?
delivering. Yeah, he
Oh.
delivers. Well, I go with
I think
him.
we need to have a little chat with John, don't we?
I know.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
John doing admin, our admin?
No.
Yeah, he's amazing and stuff like that. It's just when he comes in and says, I think you could have done that better and that better. Now it's time to stop.
Yeah. Your input is not invited now.
Well, that
So
looks
that's
absolutely
really
stunning.
okay.
Beautiful.
I could paint the top in
Yeah.
the copper,
Yeah.
just so that it ties in with the top of that,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, because you could paint it copper and then put the other tones on top as well.
You could, yeah.
Off you go then. Do we need to be under that camera?
No, it's okay.
Have you caught it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that camera's good,
Look at
isn't
that.
it? It's got a wide view, that, hasn't it?
I'm on
You
this
can't
one.
see me scoffing chocolate, can
No,
I?
I'm on this one, don't worry.
Look at that coverage, though.
They'll all be asking me, what are you eating now, Carol?
I
I'm
know.
eating chocolate
You
drops.
always get caught out.
How well is that covered?
Beautiful.
And you can clearly see the quality of the
Yeah.
colours.
Mm.
Yeah, it's amazing. Because this is now just on white,
Yes.
so you can really see what the copper looks like, whereas on there.
Do you want to do your drum as well? Do you want me to pass you the
Yeah,
drum?
please. I'll do that in the copper as well.
Are you doing it copper or are you doing it a different colour?
I like to tie it in with whatever the
Yeah.
base colour is, but
Yeah.
I don't have to.
That's a nice
Okay.
idea.
So we need to just move that out of the way then, don't
Yeah.
we, when you're ready?
Do you want me to tone in the other colours on there? I'll leave
What
it.
do you want to do?
I'm quite leaving it like
I like
this.
it.
I
Yeah.
like
Just
it
copper, I think.
Yeah,
That's fine.
It's got a
I'm
top-
happy with that.
copper top.
How many hours are we into now? 3?
Sorry.
We're 120 in, so don't
120,
worry.
you've got 40 minutes left.
All
I
right,
think, don't worry.
okay. I'll be quick.
And you was wondering what you was going to do with your time.
I know.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. I loved it. I mean, you do get lost in time, don't you? I know with everything takes longer than you think.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
And you
fine
know,
now.
our audience is excellent. They stay with us the whole time,
Yes,
don't
they
they?
do.
John says to me, how on earth can you keep them there watching for 2 hours? But they do,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
you, team?
absolutely.
Come on.
Brilliant, isn't
They
it?
do, they're really good. We haven't shouted out for the newbies, Laura.
I know, sorry. It's because-
We're engrossed.
I know this is what happens sometimes with the live, but I must say thank you to everyone else that's watching, because if we missed any questions or anything, everyone always jumps in and helps, so we do appreciate it. But yeah, I did see some new people introduce themselves, and new people that are also on our community page as well. So for anyone who's not aware of the community page, we've got a Facebook page called Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake Community. It is separate from our main business page, which is Sugar and Crumbs with the Nifty Nozzles. So the idea of the community page is anyone who's interested in baking, got any ideas, questions, queries or suggestions, or if you just want to show off what work you've done recently, for example, head over there. It's a very friendly page. It's all very polite. So please think about what you're saying in terms of comments or anything like that before you post. And our mantra is, if you've not got anything nice to say, please just move on.
Absolutely.
It's very nice. It's very friendly. And it is a community page about cake, and that's what we need to remember. Cake is supposed to be for enjoyment, for fun. We know it gets stressful at times, but you need to sort of take a step back from it and think, it's cake.
And for all of you who are on the page of the Cake Decoration Sugarcraft magazine as well, thank you for joining us as well tonight, and thank you for the Cake Decoration Sugarcraft magazine. Well, did I get it all out right there? For letting us come on their page to do the live tonight as well. So whichever page you're watching from, in fact, you know what, get on all the pages, give us all a like everywhere. So thank you for letting us come onto the page tonight with Hilary, showing you demonstration from our kitchen. We hope you've enjoyed the Lustre dust. We haven't finished yet. Still quite a few more things to show you, but there you go. Yeah, let's look at that.
So that just feels a little bit wet. What I could do, I could start on the leaves.
Yeah, let's start on the
leave
leaves.
that dry, then I can buff it.
So anybody who is watching, whether you're watching on our page, Sugar and Crumbs with Nifty Nozzles, or whether you're watching on the Cake Decoration magazine page, Hilary is in this month's magazine. So Hilary has been working, doing some classes with us, and has agreed to come and do a live on both parts for Sugar and Crumbs and Cake Decoration magazine. She's also done a tutorial in the magazine as well, and it's a picture tutorial on how to make the leaves, and she's got some other little bits and hints and tips in there as well. I'm not going to tell you about it because it's for those who've got the magazine. We're featured in the magazine as well. I hope you enjoy that section. We're very appreciative for Cake Decoration magazine having us in there, and we got some great feedback last month. We've got lots of things going on in this month, and you know how much I love my nifty nozzles. It's all about nifty nozzles this month. So so make sure you give both pages a like, and I forgot where I'm going to be. Where am I going with this, Laura?
Where are we going? That's it. Don't worry. I was just going to recap. So the dust that Hilary's been using this evening are the Faye Cahill dust colours, and they're available in a 20ml size, which is £6.75, or a 10ml size, which is £3.49. And they're available on the Sugar and Crumbs website, which is sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, and all colours are available in both sizes. So if you've missed any of the live so far, at the start we did a colour board, and we basically ran through every colour apart from the 3 that Hilary's just used on the cake. So it's just to give you an idea of what they actually look like in a paint form. As we explained, in the pot itself, it's obviously just a dust, and some of them look lighter, some of them look darker, but when we change it into a paint using the Rejuvenator Spirit, they do come out significantly different. So the density of the colour is quite different, but they are absolutely beautiful. So the details of the dust colours are on the screen at the moment for anyone who's interested in purchasing. And like I said, they're all available on the Sugar and Crumbs website.
And do you want to tell them where they can sign up for the magazine?
So yeah, if you head over to our website, under the shop option, there is a link that will take you directly to the website for the magazine. Also, anyone who's purchased from us in the last couple of months will also be getting a little leaflet attached to their invoice, and it has got all of the details of the magazine on there with a subscription that's on offer. So if you head over directly to either to our website and use the link that's on there, or head straight over to the Cake Decoration and Sugarcraft magazine website, you can find all the details for the subscription offer on there.
Well done.
Okay, brilliant. So just moving on to the leaves. So I'm just going to really show you how to make 2 leaves. Just got these cutters. That's an oak leaf cutter. And even this is supposed to be an oak leaf cutter, so just any sort of autumnal leaf cutters that you might come across. Should have washed my hands, shouldn't I, first? I've got all of this stuff.
Well, you're going to dust it anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you want his way?
Sorry, thank you.
She's going to dust them anyway.
So, Trex is a great thing to use when you're using your florist paste, just because it makes it more pliable. And there's no such thing as over-trexing your flour paste. If you use too much, it'll still be okay. And the colour, so the idea really is you should always have a base colour when you're working with petals or leaves. If you're planning to use dust, use a base colour that will complement your dust. So just in case you don't cover all areas, your base, then your petal would still, or leaf would still look okay. So the colours that we are going to be working with today, it's an Egyptian orange, and it's quite an unusual colour actually. It's quite nice. I don't get to use it a lot. It's got brown and sort of orange undertones. Let me just see what it looks like.
And you're using the Squire's flour paste.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Yeah.
Because it rolls so thin.
Yeah.
I really love using that.
We do have the Squire's range available in various colours. So this is the white that Hilary's using, but in Hilary's class, like we said at the beginning of the live, we actually used one that was a pre-coloured one. And for some of the flowers, Hilary just added a little bit of Pro Gel colour just to change the density of the colour a little bit. So they're all available on the website. Like I say, there's different pack sizes and there's different colours available as well.
So I'm quite happy with that base colour really to work with. And I've got a finished leaf I can show you before we start so you can actually see what that looks like. I'll just put that one here, so. We're taking it out already. Oh, it's here.
Yeah, I was going to say, did I not give it you? No.
That's really your finished.
I was thinking, I'm sure I gave it to you.
That's me again, isn't it?
It looks like a real leaflet,
does.
doesn't it?
It
looks
does,
incredible.
doesn't it? It's amazing, and to think that you start off with this colour,
Yeah.
and that's what it's going to look like. You just bring it to life with all sorts of things. So yeah, just roll it. It's quite a lot. I'll just work with it a little because I'm demonstrating one.
So how did you go then? So your husband was making a chocolate cake. You thought you could do better. What
Looked
happened?
online.
Pardon?
Started looking online.
And what happened? How did you end up getting into the actual sugar craft side of things? Making roses and flowers
So
and
no, I
things.
think once I looked at cakes online, and I was like, oh my god! And I've always loved flowers, and I was like, oh my god, I really need to start learning how to do this. So, just a lot of online tutorials, books. I've got so many books.
Books, yeah.
And it was just trial and error, and I am really mainly just self-taught. I went on one class to Cotton and Crumbs years ago.
Oh, I've been on with their class.
Yeah,
it's
she's
fabulous,
lovely,
isn't it?
Tracy.
Tracy's fantastic,
Yeah,
isn't she?
she is.
I did the week masterclass with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Yeah.
And
I thought
she's-
when you said, I always forget when I hear the name
Yeah,
Cotton and
Cotton and
Crumbs. I think they've got our name the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lovely lady called Tracy who runs a company in Birmingham, in the posh side actually. But she runs a class called her school is called Cotton and Crumbs, and it is fantastic. And you know her cakes, you spot them anywhere,
Yes,
don't you?
you recognise
Yeah,
it instantly.
they're beautiful. And her husband bakes for her, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
really good.
He does all the baking.
Yeah, it's surprising how many
Yeah.
husbands get involved
Yeah.
really and really help out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was fabulous. So I did a few flowers on that one day class.
Did you just do a one-day class?
Yeah, just a one-day class.
I did a week with her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant.
great.
So many skills. She's amazing.
Yeah. I've only just thrown the cake away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I did it in 2015.
Okay.
So I've only just
Wow,
thrown the
that's a
cake
long
away.
time. It's
Yeah.
lasted, isn't it? Yeah, so really you want to kind of rub your cutter over so you don't actually end up with a leaf like that. But again, it looks natural, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't really worry about it.
No.
And then if you've got foam pad, where's the bowl tool gone? I did see it. It's there. But before we go on to this stage, I've got a veiner, and this is just a universal leaf veiner. So these are not really botanically correct leaves, but they still, make them look quite real. And I just sort of place it on there, try and work out where the center would be because it's hard to see sometimes. So if I just, with my finger, just worked out, right, that's the center before I press down with the other part.
And they're lovely veiners, aren't they?
They are. They're so detailed.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't matter that it doesn't
Because of you,
touch
they're now on our website.
There you go. They
So
come
you
in
can buy
handy.
them off our website. They are available.
They're really handy.
And the colours that Hilary's using tonight are available as well. I love it when we get a tutor in and they bring other stuff in. I think, oh, don't sell that. Right, okay.
Bring it in, bring
Where's
it
the
in.
shop?
Yeah.
Start doing my shopping. We should have
We're
little
about
sections for
fun.
tutors, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
The Hilary Hurst section, the Natalie Porter section, Georgie Godbold section, shouldn't we? Zoe Fancy Cakes, put all their stuff in a section.
Probably a bad influence.
Actually, I don't think that's a bad
Shopping,
idea, I do.
It's people remembering who's asked for what.
Yeah.
And I'm just going over the edges really with the ball tool, just to thin them out. Again, just have it a bit jagged, doesn't really matter whether it's, you know, you curl it in towards you in some sections or away. You just want it to look as natural as possible. And rip it in a few areas. Just make it look even more natural. Just let it tear, let it fold over, because your leaves are not perfect. And these are autumn leaves which have probably fallen onto the ground, so the more damaged they look. That's great.
Better.
And then on a foam pad, I would leave that just to dry.
If you go in the cupboard behind you, some small.
Do you want
ones.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I just leave that to dry, and again, just let it, however it falls, just let it dry.
Yeah.
Because you want it
With
to
a bit
look
of help.
natural. Yeah.
It makes me laugh that.
Tweak.
That's what makes me laugh that. Everybody
it
does the
falls.
same thing, however it falls, as they tweak it around.
Yeah. I think that looks alright.
Yeah.
Really well.
Yeah, it felt just like that.
Just like that. And I'd leave that really for 24 hours. So
Yeah.
I've got a leaf now that I haven't actually dusted, and so I can show you.
So this has been left to dry.
That's been left to dry overnight. This is how it dried naturally, how it fell on the foam pad.
Did that just sort of, fall on the foam
Yeah.
pad? With no adjustment from
No,
you?
no. I could use a different kitchen towel. Right. And now the powders that I'm going to use, again, you've got to really use them quite sparingly because they are strong and you don't want dust all over the place because it does get everywhere. So I start with slightly lighter shade, and it's the Rainbow Dust Milk Chocolate.
Yeah.
And that's quite a nice colour because it's not a really, it's not too dark or brown. And just put a little bit on your paper towel. And the reason I do it on this is so that it kind of grips it a little bit, doesn't go over, and I can dust off the excess.
Yeah.
So you need a fluffy brush, really. I think that's the one I used for the brown. Fluffy brush, just take a little bit, just start using it from the edge. Dust off the excess. And really what we want to do is try and cover it, but in random places. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Comes on the camera.
That's it.
It doesn't really matter that it's not covered everywhere. You can see a little bit of the yellow showing through. And in a few areas, try and do it where it's a bit darker, you have slightly darker patches. Just go over it, a little bit,
Yeah.
a bit more force, a bit more powder.
We're all watching intently now. This is why we all go into complete silence because we're too busy watching.
This is how it comes to life though, just by using a few dusts, because you could just colour it brown, but it just wouldn't look quite as good as using dust. So you can see I've left areas where the yellow is showing through, and that's fine, that's absolutely fine. A few darker patches, because what I'm going to do now is use coral. This is a craft dust, so it's not edible, it's non-toxic, but again the idea would be that you wouldn't actually eat
them.
these leaves.
Yes.
You'd just take them off the cake, or if you had them on the board, you wouldn't actually eat them.
We say this a lot of times about flowers. It works in exactly the same way. If they've been made with florist paste, you would not want to eat them anyway.
No,
it's
they'd be
extremely
crunchy
hard, unpleasant to eat. They are completely edible, but you would not want to eat them.
No, and they've got wires. And all
exactly.
You just really wouldn't want to eat any of them.
I always think it's funny we make it with edible food.
I know.
So, and then we're not going to eat them.
I know.
Yes, that's something I had to get my head around when I first started. Thinking, you spend so much time making them, and then you're not even going to eat them.
I know.
But that's the thrill and the fun of actually making them.
It is.
And people can store them.
A lot of people do that.
For years.
Yeah.
So this is a coral, really nice colour. I love working with that. And I'm just going to go over the edges of the leaf, bringing it in towards me or towards the leaf.
Just come
with a fluffy
forward with your
brush.
hands a little bit. That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
and you can see slight tones of orange
Yeah.
just around the edges.
It makes such a massive difference.
It does, doesn't it?
And who'd have thought that vivid bright orange would blend
Yeah,
with those the brown. And, yeah.
Because the brown then tones it down a bit, so
Yes.
it's not so bright when you've actually applied it. Just like that. And those are your orange tones. And what we are now going to do is I've got a darker brown, and this is a Sugar Flare brown. It's slightly darker than the other one that I used. And I can use the same brown brush because I'm not making any more at the moment. And really, I'm just going to highlight the edges again. So I'm going over the orange a bit. And you'll see how natural that looks.
Wow.
Stunning, isn't it?
Just something so simple, but it's so effective.
But those three colours go really well
Yeah.
with the Faye Cahill Lustre does.
Yes, they
That's
do.
like-
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So everybody does it. You can't help yourself to start
Keep
sliding
going back.
towards yourself, can
Yeah.
you?
And don't worry about the excess powder here, because if there are a few
Yeah.
darker bits, that's fine. Just dust it off.
I can't believe how realistic they look. They look incredible.
You could just place it outside. And
You
it
really
will
could.
just
Yeah.
look like a leaf that's fallen off.
Completely. So there's a few people saying they've obviously got their own leaf cutters and veiners. You can use anything that you've got.
Oh, yeah, of course,
Totally
yeah.
adaptable. You don't have to have these particular ones. And it's the same with the dust colours. You don't have to have these specific ones, these specific brand. I'm sure many people have got browns and oranges and yellows.
Yeah.
You use what you've got and you play about with what you've got. And this is what Hilary said just before. It's a leaf. It's not going to look uniform. They're all different shapes and sizes. They're all different tones. So go with what you've got. You know, plenty of people have already got lots of the products that are similar to what we're showing. So don't worry too much about having this specific brand or anything like that. Just go with what you've got and you will achieve the same effect and the same look. So don't be too concerned about that.
Yeah, it's just playing around and having a bit of fun, really.
Yeah.
And just see what, you know, you might come up with something completely new.
Yeah.
And I'm just using a narrower brush, and I'm just going to highlight the centre. So I won't really bother too much about the other
Yeah.
veins, but just the centre, really.
That makes a massive difference, yeah.
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 And then one final touch to this, which again I just had a lot of fun playing with. If you can see these little specks on the leaf, such a simple trick, but I need my toothbrush for that.
Your toothbrush.
Hope it wasn't one you used this
No,
morning.
not your toothbrush.
It's amazing how a toothbrush comes in as part of a tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much.
It's amazing. Just
Rosie Cake Diva uses it all the time for something or other. She's always got some reason why she needs to use a toothbrush.
don't always need fancy tools.
No,
It's just thinking
no.
of ways that you can use
Yeah.
what you've got, really.
Learning to adapt things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm. Can you just pass me the lid for the rejuvenate, just so it
I'm
stops
just going to use
evaporating?
it now.
Oh,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
use it now.
So yeah, just a little bit of brown. You could use the darker one if you wanted. It doesn't really matter. And just thank you. You just want to really create a thick paste. You don't want it to be very runny at all. Just test that out on here. That's spray, and that's really.
Oh, is that
we're
what you're
going
doing?
to do.
Spraying?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the leaf.
Oh, you clever. I wondered what you were doing then.
So I'm just gonna. And it doesn't matter. There are a few bigger
I thought
blobs.
she's spraying it at me.
Yeah, it's the dots. It's amazing. Look at that.
Look at that. How cool is that?
That is amazing.
I thought you were flicking it at us.
No, just for the leaf.
Yeah. Well, she's getting a bit brave in this kitchen. Wow, look at that.
It's amazing.
That's really effective, isn't it?
Isn't it? And just
Mm.
leave it to dry,
Yeah.
get it to dry in no time because it's got rejuvenated fluid.
You couldn't even paint it on like
Could
that,
you just-
could you?
No.
Hold the leaf underneath just so I can get a good shot of it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And every leaf is going to look different
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
you spray it just maybe at one area
Yeah.
and not the other.
Yeah.
Or you get bigger blobs on one and it really doesn't matter.
No.
It's just natural.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
That is
that's-
great.
Yeah. Do you want a wipe for your hands? Do you want to just get one of those wipes out for Hilary's hands?
Thank you. I made a mess on the board, haven't I?
No,
Don't
don't
worry.
worry about the board.
Probably gets everywhere.
That's fantastic. So just as a very quick recap, Hilary used this Squire's Florist Paste, which is available on the Sugar and Crumbs website. You can buy it white in a couple of different sizes, and they actually do sell pre-colours as well, so depending on what you want to use it for. And then there's a couple of different colours in terms of dust that Hilary's used, but like I say, you can use whatever you've got. These are different dusts to the Faye Cahill ones that we showed you earlier. So the Faye Cahill dusts is a massive range of colours. Majority, I think they're all sort of metallics or pearls or shimmers in some way, shape or form. But these ones for the leaves are a matte powder colour, which just gives a different effect. So just to try and recap for everyone. If you have missed any of the live, you can catch up, remember. So all of this information's covered and we try and repeat it throughout the live. So when we are finished, it will be pinned to the top of the Facebook page for you to rewatch. And it's also on YouTube as well for anyone who's watching us on YouTube.
I'm just going to do another leaf and
Do
you
you
can
want
see
that paste
that.
going in there?
Yeah, okay.
Why would you not use that same colour?
You could. It just gives different tones. I think when I do it at home, I just play around with what's left. But I'm only colouring this much. But see, you can see there now. This is your base tone, and here I've used. If I can find it, the chestnut brown, and that's what that looks like. And then again with dust, same dust that we used for the other leaf. This is the effect.
Just different effects.
Yeah, so if you want me to demonstrate that one, I can
Yeah.
just quickly make a leaf.
It's great when
It's my-
shooters come in, don't they?
Is my list growing?
I just have to laugh. When shooters come in and they come in with all different products, like, oh, more shopping.
Let's be a little bit tacky. The tricks. Sorry. Thank you. How are we doing for time?
Don't worry, you're on one.
You've got 5 minutes and you've got to do the sweet stamps, put it all together.
Have I just got 5 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right.
It tells you the time flies when you're having fun.
I know, it's great.
It's like another dimension when you step into the
Yeah.
Sugar and Crumbs kitchen.
I tell you, you're going to watch her put this cake together in a minute, put sweet stamps on it, paint it, it'll all be done.
You'll never have seen a cake decorated so quickly.
Amazing what we can do under pressure.
Absolutely.
Look at her rolling this out fast as she can.
It's like when we were
Come
doing
on,
the Faye
Hilary.
Cahill before. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Next one, swipe.
Cake Decoration Magazine viewers will be wondering what's going on.
God.
Speed it up, slow it down, faster, up and down.
You should ask me to speak.
It's alright, every guest is the same.
Okay, that's not a great leaf, is it?
So I can throw it on the foam pad and let it fall naturally.
Yeah. Another one of my top tips. But anyway, you get the idea, really.
It's on the foam pad.
No, I just need that
Oh, we've been in
ball
that
tool
one.
and the veiner.
The
And,
ball tool's there.
okay. So again, just really similar. Just try and position it where you think the centre might be. Put that on. And this really, the veiners even stretch your leaves a bit.
Yeah.
That looks quite natural.
Yeah.
Did you put any corn flour on that?
No.
No.
It should just,
Straight on,
because
straight
there's
off.
tracks
Oh, you
in
put tracks?
the, when I was
Oh, in the paste.
mixing it then. That's sufficient to really make it come off.
Yeah.
I try not to work with corn flours,
Yeah.
just work with it as little as possible because it tends to dry things
Be down
out.
to 3 minutes.
You know.
Is that alright?
Winding you up. If we go over time, our audience
It
loves
won't
it
be by
anyhow.
much. You've still got
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, that's the idea. Let it dry where it drops. You
Yeah,
know,
let it dry
like
where
that
it drops
on the-
there.
There, that's natural.
Yeah, you just launch it on there,
Yeah.
where it drops.
Drops it on the pad. It's fine.
And then the dusting, I have again used the coral just at the edges, round the edges.
Come towards the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just round the edges. Pulling it in.
Love that coral colour. It's actually
It
lovely,
is, it's
isn't
really nice as an undertone.
Mhm.
If you go over it with brown, I think it works really well. Again, just around the edges, and you're going over the coral. Just give it a light brush.
Yeah, I've got a few people saying just the depth of colour changes completely and the effect when you've dusted it.
It does, and if you steam it then, if you go on
Yes.
to steaming it, that'll bring out the colour even more. Just the middle. And that's the
It's fantastic.
Mhm.
So, right, I've finished that.
Yeah.
Go back
Are
to
you
the
looking
cake
forward
now.
to your next live, Hilary?
I'm away.
Right, so what are we doing next?
Let's get rid of this small green board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, yeah. Thank you. No one.
I think you can leave the pink on, Maria, so
Yeah,
she can put a
I think
cake on it. Yeah, so, there we go.
So now I'm just going to buff this up.
Yeah. So when you buff, what's the buffing for?
It
Is that
is
ready?
really to where you've got any slight clumps of the lustre, it gets that off really.
Right.
So you've got a really smooth finish. You do need
And that would still happen even though it's now dried?
You mean?
Well, like the colour's dried now, hasn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
So you can lustre after it's dried?
Yes, yeah. You should really wait till it dries to buff it.
Right.
I prefer to wait till it's actually dried.
Mhm. Is that brush any good?
There's some
Don't we?
things come up.
But we're talking about our brush like that, you know.
It's coming up on the camera.
Oh, is it?
Right, you just want this one? You got another one?
It just takes off any excess
Mm.
really. Just kind of smooths the cake over.
I love those colours. They're absolutely beautiful.
Do you know, it actually looks different again, just buffed
Yeah,
up
no,
like
it's
that,
dried
doesn't
and
it?
buffed, yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't think I was actually quite happy with it before you
I know,
buffed it,
I know.
to be fair.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
it's
it's
great.
good.
I think it
But it
just,
has smoothed it
it
all
does.
out, hasn't
It
it?
definitely does. You do
Yeah.
need a fluffy brush really.
Yeah.
And that's what just takes off any and
Yeah.
yeah, you just want to quite be
And if you
quite
get the
gentle
odd air,
with
you
it.
can pick it off, can't you?
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah,
to
it's just
come
you
off.
being fussy there, Hilary.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Might
What's
be
wrong with a
my
bit of
hair.
fluff? Yeah, got air.
Yeah, that's that really.
Beautiful.
And the sweet stamp now.
Yeah.
Let's get those initials.
Here we go, here we go. There we
Oh,
go.
no, just take them out. Oops.
Right.
So we are going with
C.
C, L,
L. Yeah. And then Carol, Laura, Maria. And Amy was telling me that when she first launched the sweet stamps, you were actually one of her first customers who bought them.
I was.
Yeah.
I saw them
Yeah.
online and I was like, oh my god, I need to have them. And then
Yeah.
as soon as I did a cake with them, everyone was asking where.
Yeah.
So I just tagged.
Well, when you were here in October, and I told her you were doing the class, and she said, that Hilary was one of her very first
Aw.
customers. Isn't that
Yeah.
nice that she
Yes,
remembers her first
I know.
customers?
It's brilliant. No, I love using them.
Yeah.
Do you think? Do you want me to do them like?
Wherever
Coming
you
down.
want.
Yeah. Let you do it.
Yes, I'm quite happy.
Actually, CLM is in age order as well, actually, that, isn't it? That works out all right. Sorry, Laura. At least I'm the eldest. By far. What am I? 20 odd years older than you? I think I am.
So this is the curly letters set. You can of course use any design that you want, any of the fonts that we sell. But this one is really pretty in terms of the scrolls and the curls that are on it. And we don't really use it that often.
No.
I know Amy will have covered it in her live.
Maria was really pleased when she was using the curly set because
pretty.
I said to Hilary, do you want to use another set? Maria's like, no.
Yeah,
she wants to use the curly.
This is the one that I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting that you're not. I always thought you had to put them in while the sugar paste was soft, but you don't, do you?
No.
You don't mind, do you?
I've even done it the day after.
Have you?
Yeah,
Wow.
and I've been able to form an impression. You just have to really just be careful, but it does work.
Yeah, there's a fine line between pushing them on and breaking them
Yeah.
to gently easing them in, isn't there?
You just have to layer it.
Can you see that all right, Laura? Do you know what we've not mentioned tonight? Our YouTubers.
Yeah, no, I have.
Oh, did you?
YouTubers before, yeah.
I always forget to say hello.
I did, don't worry.
Hello, YouTubers from the Facebookers. I don't know where I am tonight, mate. You? Cake Decoration Sugarcraft
We've had
magazine.
a manic few months, I must say.
I don't even know what page I'm on anymore now. Are we on Cake Decoration Sugarcraft magazine? Sugar and Crumbs, YouTube. Where are we? Oh, we're on all 3, 4 or 5.
Everything.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, wherever you're watching from, hi.
So
Just so we don't miss
come
anyone.
apart, can just push it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that for me, that's enough for me to be able to paint over.
Yeah.
It's left an impression. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have to be really deeply
No.
cut through.
Well, Amy says that the deeper you push it in, the more difficult it is
Yes.
actually to
To
paint.
paint.
And I'm the worst one for pushing them in really deep. So she says always a light impression.
Yes.
But if you want to use the perfect flow, like on your boards, then you do perfect pour.
Yeah.
Then you have to do them on your board,
Yes.
and you have to push them in deep
Yeah.
so that you can get the fluid in.
I think I'm going to use a royal gold. Or what did I use there? Copper.
Use copper, yeah.
Copper.
Yeah.
Could use a copper.
Yeah. Don't change the plan now, Hilary.
Okay. Right.
We
well,
don't mind
there
the
it
fact
is
that you
already,
brought a load of
actually.
colours we don't sell that we're now stocking. We don't mind you brought cutters that we didn't sell but we're now stocking. Don't you worry about it, Hilary. You carry on.
Great, isn't it? So just a really, really fine brush. Is this
Yeah.
about a 1 or
Yeah.
0 even?
Yeah.
And you really want to take your time doing this,
Yeah.
because if you smudge it too much, then it's
Yeah.
going to be the right
You've only got
shade.
half a minute, so get on.
Right, okay. You know what it looks like. There you go.
No, you carry on, Hilary. Don't you worry. We've got all day. No, we're only joking. We just like to keep. You know what? We like to have light-hearted entertainment in the kitchen here. Our audience like it, don't
Yeah,
they?
of course they do.
They just like the banter.
Yeah.
We're loving it this evening.
Yeah.
Lots of thumbs up, lots of love hearts, really positive comments about everything that you've done this evening, and it's much appreciated.
Aw.
Yeah, well, it's been a great live though, hasn't
It
it?
has. We've packed loads. Well,
Yeah.
Hilary has packed
Hilary has.
loads in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've never had Lustre in though,
No.
have we? Lustre's
No.
amazing, isn't it?
It is. It's such an amazing thing.
Should we get the chocolate drip out now and pull that over?
Throw everything at it.
Just to wind her up.
Yeah, I'm running away.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you just have to really take your time.
Excuse me. You can feel everybody not breathing, can't you?
Crazy.
I don't know whether I can stay quiet enough, but I'll try.
No, you've asked me to do 3 letters.
I know.
instead of 2.
You can blame us now for going overtime. So just to recap everybody, if you've missed any of the live this evening, you can catch up when we're finished. It will be pinned to the top of the Facebook page. It also gets transferred over to YouTube, and so it'll be a saved video, not just a live. Maria will be making the fantastic 1-minute videos as well. They go over onto Facebook and YouTube as well when they're fully edited and put together, and they'll be of the really important bits, that all of the stages of the cake that Hilary's done this evening for you into a fantastic 1-minute video. So you can always catch up with us when we're finished. If you're interested in purchasing any of the products that we've used this evening, just head over to the website, which is sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. You can find them by searching by brand in the search bar at the top of the website, or we do have a section that's called Facebook Live must-haves, and we try and group everything together for you, just so it's a little bit easier to find. There was a few people just interested in classes, which we touched on before, because Hilary was with us in October and did the cakes at the back, as you can see, the pink and gold ones. So they were the Gilsey Rustic Wedding Cake class, and Hilary will be back with us next year. We just need to finalise some dates. All the classes can be booked directly via the website. So go to the shop section and then down to classes. All the details are on there, so details of whether it's a 1-day, a 2-day class. And we also have our social demonstration mornings on there as well, which can be booked directly through the website. So the social demonstration mornings work a little bit differently in the fact that you come along to a unit that's near our warehouse. It's a demonstration kitchen, so you get to meet other people that are booked on from the community page. You get to meet the Sugar and Crumbs team, have coffee, cake, a bit of a chat, and then we also put on a demonstration. So we have various people from Marion Frost to Karen Davies, Molly Robbins, Carol's daughter Laura's been there as well. And we try and just mix it up a little bit so you get to see something different each time. And like I say, it's a free tutorial, and then you get the chance to ask any questions once that's finished. Head over to the warehouse, and you can also shop directly with us at the warehouse as well if there's anything that you're interested in purchasing that's been used. So again, further dates will be put on the website for next year, and different tutors will be announced as we go along and confirm those dates. But if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. We'll try and catch up with everything when we finish tomorrow. So if we've missed any questions that we've not managed to get round to this evening, we will follow those up with you for tomorrow. If there's anything that you want to speak to any of us about, the customer services email address is info.sugarandcrumbs@icloud.com. So hopefully I've covered all bases there.
Yeah, you have. Well done. I don't know how you say it all the time, Laura.
Just because I like talking, that's all.
Pardon?
I just like talking. That's all it is. Sorry, I'm not getting a great shot, only because the light is not quite catching. So as soon as Hilary's finished, I'll get her to spin the cake round completely for you. We are asking Hilary to paint on the side at a really funny angle.
And you push up over What letter are you on to now? I can't see.
Last one.
Oh, you've done not bad there then, have you?
No.
Yeah, Ella, try and aim at the camera.
Oh,
Right. We've just put the camera in place and she whisked it round. Well done.
There we go. And this is the copper colour, isn't it? That's just tying in with the top and the bottom of the cake. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And then we're going to put all the cake together. Are you leaving this one with us, Hilary?
I could do. Yeah.
And take some pictures of it.
Yeah. Just going to have a root in the cupboard, see if I've got a copper ribbon. Have you brought any copper ribbon with you?
No, the rose gold. That's, anything like that, really.
Has anyone started breathing yet?
No, everyone's watching intently. And the painting of the sweet stamps just comes with practice. If I'm honest with you, there's no real hints or tips other than use a really, really fine brush. Just take your time. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And it is down to experience and practice, unfortunately. There's not really
That's all right, isn't it?
a tip that we can give you as such to make it easy. But yeah, that looks beautiful. Yeah,
Really good, isn't
that's
it?
gorgeous.
Sorry, I'm just rooting in the cupboard, see if I can find a ribbon when Hilary puts it all together.
So I'll make some royal icing up for the leaves, just to
Okay.
stick them.
So looking good. It's looking
It
good.
does.
Look at that. Our name in lights, eh, girls? Look at that.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Fantastic. Right. Let me just get in here. Sorry. Just let me look for some ribbon.
That's gorgeous.
Hilary's been putting things away for me again.
Blame me.
I love it when people come in the kitchen and they start putting everything away in the wrong place.
So we're on to the final stages now. So Hilary's just going to put the cake together for us onto the drum that she coloured before. Just making up a little bit of royal icing just to stick the leaves on. That's a perfect colour. Yeah, it's beautiful, right?
It's about the nearest I've got to go with it.
That's lovely.
That's too goldy, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I like that tone better.
Leaves. I've got.
You manage.
Thank you. So I've just done a few leaves beforehand.
I can't believe we can make so much mess in this kitchen, can you? I'm really doing a demo. But I don't know what happens with women and cake decorating. We're meant to only have a little space, don't we? And then we just take over the whole thing.
It just happens.
Right, what would you like us to do now?
Nothing
Have you got
really.
the-
I'm just going to arrange just a few leaves, so not a lot really. It's just some that I've made in advance because you do really need them to dry. I'm just going to look at how to arrange them.
Do you not put it straight onto the board, the cake first?
I could do,
Yeah.
I wanted to see how much royal icing I had for the leaves and then just
You only
place
need
it.
a little bit on there though,
Yeah.
don't you? Right, let's take this out of the way a minute.
Do you need all that?
Right,
That
while
colour?
you move the cake.
Wait.
Wait,
Oh.
Ray's gonna...
Yeah.
Right. Move that out of the way. Don't put it on the other board yet. Laura, do you want to grab the other board? I'll move this. You put that under there. Look at that.
Teamwork.
We'll put that there. I tell you, Hilary, have you ever had this much assistance?
Oh, amazing.
Hey? Right, okay, this is what happens when you're over by 10.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't know, how are we doing on time?
We're alright.
We're alright. Right.
You should have all joined in.
They've all
before.
enjoyed this live, don't you worry, it's been great fun.
Yeah. Have you got the ribbon? Or?
Yes, it's there. It's that ribbon. So I haven't got a perfect one to match,
I'll do that later.
so it's just have to do.
So I'm just going to really play around and just see where I sort of want. You do want them to look like they're falling. And you really want to see where the leaf's going to sit. So the flattest bit is where you're going to apply your royal icing. What do you think? Should I just put some on there? Oh, I lost the royal icing.
Well, I think this has been a fantastic demo, don't you?
Amazing.
I've really enjoyed it, haven't you?
Entertaining.
I just wish I had some dummies that I could go and play on and stuff like that now.
Those leaves are
Yeah, it's quite a rustic
Yeah.
design.
The leaves are fantastic, aren't they? Cranky. I think they're the best I've ever seen.
They are amazing.
You think so? Yeah, they are. No, we're not just saying that. I think they are.
Just go for it, Hilary.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a random place.
Yeah.
There's no uniform. I like doing cakes where there's no uniformity, but
No.
it just looks
No.
good when it all comes
Just
together.
throw them on. We don't care now.
We do care.
Aw.
That is a light-hearted comment before
It
we
was
get
like-
anyone
I know.
anyone
I
commenting.
always get myself into trouble when I'm trying to have a laugh.
I know.
Right.
It's because people, if they're not necessarily watched the lives, you know,
I know,
it's
they don't
time to
understand
just
my
don't-
sense of
don't
humour.
get our humour,
Mm.
you know, and this is a free tutorial, and we appreciate Hilary's time and work so much, we really do, as with
Yeah,
all of our
lovely.
tutors, and we do hope
I
everyone's
love
enjoyed
Laura.
watching it.
She always cleans up my mess after me.
Yeah, says the right thing.
It's only because I get the customer services.
The backlash.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think I should
Beautiful.
add some more?
Beautiful. No, I think it looks alright,
Yeah.
actually, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe put one
Gorgeous.
on the board, I think, maybe,
Yeah.
just so
Let's see
it
what
trickles
it's
onto
like.
the board.
Sorry, can I?
Yeah, go for it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're not in shot.
Oh yeah, there is another one here, and I've done them in a few different shades.
Mm.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
You didn't tell us about that one. Where did you sneak that one out from?
you have a best trivia. I'm running out of time.
See what I mean? She keeps running up.
But it's nice to show people the different tones. You know,
Yeah.
don't just stick to the browns. Go, you know,
Yeah, the
change it up. The
reds.
pinks, the reds, the oranges.
There's proper autumn colours
The
there, aren't
reds will go with the copper then.
they?
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
They're
I have
really
to say, it's so
nice.
pretty.
I might just put that there.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
Just some ribbon then.
Yeah,
Finish it off.
there's the Pritt stick.
Okay.
Do you want scissors? What was you going to stick it on with? Royal icing.
Royal icing. No.
What was you going to stick it on with?
I used double-sided tape.
Well, that ribbon's not very thick, actually.
No, it's not the right
Deep
width.
enough.
No. Go back in that cupboard there, Hilary. We'll have to just find something. Anything that will do. That's why. Otherwise, I might just have to buy some rose gold. Go on, wreck the joint. Go on, that's fine. Don't worry.
Is this the only ribbon box?
Well, there is another ribbon box.
Just bear with us, guys. We'll be back with you in a minute. Don't
We're
worry.
just wrecking the
We're all just
joint.
clambering in the cupboards and everything, moving the cameras around.
Yeah, that red would be nice,
Yeah,
actually.
but
That's
is it
wide,
wider?
isn't it?
Needs
I
to
know.
be
I think it is wider.
15 mm.
Is that wider?
No.
No.
Do you know what it was? I had somebody here the other week and I said to him, oh, I don't ever use ribbons. Do you know what? Take as much as you want. They did.
Yeah.
I forget who it was. It was you here the other week. It was somebody on the line and I said, oh, you can have as much ribbon as you want. Take what you want. I'm going to have to go down to... My friend gives me ribbon. She collects it. I don't know why. It's another story. But you get some bizarre friends, don't you? Sorry, Alison. Anyhow... Honestly, she's got a bedroom full of ribbon, floor to ceiling, all in the loft, floor to ceiling. God knows why she's collecting it. She keeps telling me she's making cushion covers. I'm not quite sure. She sits there stroking it. Anyhow, I'll have to go and see her again. Right, we'll have to put another ribbon on another time.
Yeah, we'll
put it
finish
on
it
there.
off.
So, what do we think of that lag? Over here,
Beautiful.
Hilary.
Let me just pop a picture so I can get a good shot of that there. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't it fantastic? So, get those thumbs up, likes, whatever, hearts for Hilary Hurst. Fantastic lady. First live she's ever done. And how did you enjoy it in the end?
It's fabulous.
Are you going to come back again?
Yes.
Do you like the banter?
It's been great.
Yeah,
really.
soft bullying and all that.
I don't mind. I like it when people enjoy
Get a
it.
move on.
Yeah.
Right. So anyhow, so thank you for Hilary to come back and do this live for us. Absolutely fabulous. If you've signed up for Cake Decoration Magazine, you will see Hilary's tutorial in there. She actually does a photo tutorial on how to make the leaves. I know it's a quick demo tonight, but she makes the leaves. The lustres, you know that we sell all the lustres. I think it's absolutely stunning how she's two-toned them and triple-toned them, put them together. Something that I didn't even know how to do. Well, I don't even know anything anyhow, really. So, but, you know, it's something for us all to have a play about with. And this lustre board here, well done.
It looks so good. It's
Gorgeous.
Isn't
it?
That is gorgeous.
That was
Yeah.
fabulous, doesn't it? So you can see all the Faye Cahill colours there, which is brilliant. So I really hope you've enjoyed tonight's live. Thank you for Cake Decoration Sugarcraft Magazine for allowing us to be in on your page. So for those guys who are watching over there, hello, hope you come and join us again. We've got more lives to feature on your page as well. And hello YouTubers, sorry I forgot about you. We were out there, but I forgot to say hello before. Sorry, I just get carried away. When you get to know me, you know that I've got a mind and memory the size of a gnat at times, I think. So, and I think I don't know what else to tell you now. I don't know what else to say apart from thank you for joining us. What a fabulous live and well done, Hilary.
Thank
And
you
we're
for
going to see you
having me.
here for class. Oh, make sure you look out for a name for classes for next year, because as you see these before in the background, they are stunning.
Yep. Yeah, beautiful.
Absolutely stunning. Are you thinking of another class for next year or doing the same one?
I've got an idea of something else, that people are interested in. So here, keep your eyes
Fantastic.
peeled.
Yeah, she's not telling us yet.
No.
Right.
Can't
So,
give too
Laura,
much away.
do you want to say all your goodbyes, hello to
Yeah.
everybody or whatever?
So, hello everybody. Goodbye everybody. No, just as always, thanks for joining us. It's been a great evening. We hope you've enjoyed it too. So we much appreciate you tuning in. And a massive thank you to Hilary for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's lovely when they're new, isn't it?
Yeah, for you.
When they're new in the kitchen.
Yeah, you've done great.
No, yeah, you've done an amazing life.
Yeah,
seriously,
lots
yeah.
and lots of positive comments. So thank you very much.
Thanks
That's
a
been
lot.
wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, and well, thank you, Laura. Thank you, Maria.
Thanks.
As per usual, the two girls are stars as usual, aren't they? So we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.